What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. We are back with another live last minute fantasy football advice. Adjust your lineups. We got some huge news today. We're going to go over that. Who should you pick up? Who should you start? We're all about it today, baby.
hmm
We're all about it today. If you should take the over and under of some things, ask us all the questions you want. It's in the thumbnail. So look at the title of the video, look at the thumbnail, ask us whatever questions you want. We are here to answer them for you. Okay, we're super excited. We love doing this. We're going to get into it. We're celebrating. We got another subscriber today. I don't know who it was, but if you're
Woo.
out there, if you're watching, hey, huge thank you. We are not 220 on the road to 300. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see in the background, I do have an autographed Colts mini helmet, which we are giving away. A TikTok on how to answer will be released tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Monday. It will be released in the next 2 days, 100%. And alongside that, we're going to go ahead and post that on our social medias, which is Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. You can find us at our email, which is right down below. But let's get right into it. Which I know we're going to get this question later on. I know we're going to get it, and
What
that's
question is
fine.
that? What question is that?
Should I pick up Deion Johnson or Philip Lindsay? Because Jonathan Taylor is out and Naheem Hines is out as well. What do you think? Right off the bat, Reed. What do you
I
think?
definitely think if you have the chance to, I would definitely go for it. I'm not sure what percentage of fantasy leagues he's owned in right now. But honestly, like the Colts, they have to stick to the running game. Matt Ryan is not going to be able to do it all himself with that receiving core. So they will have to lean on the run. Um, and I don't, I think he'd be a good pickup, especially if you are struggling in the running back area where you don't have a reliable 2, 3 starters in the running back position. I definitely think you should go out and grab him. Now he's not going to be your long-term solution. Jonathan Taylor is the horseback there. As soon as he gets healthy, he will take all those snaps away from him. But as of right now, he'd be a great pickup for this week.
I'll tell you what, though, Reed. Me, if you ask me and you want my honest opinion, when it
Okay.
comes to this week and who should I pick up? Should I pick up Dion? Should I pick up Philip Lindsay? I say don't bother. Not even worth it.
Really?
I will admit, as soon as I got the news from my insiders, I got
Your
boots on the ground over
insiders.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I got the news, I picked up Dion. Real quick. I picked him up. He's on my roster. Now, am I going to start him? 100% no. If I let time pass by and they're still available, would I have picked one of them up? No, I would not. I don't think it's worth it because one, you don't know where you're going to get. Two, you are going to get a solid defense with the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against that run. And three, there's going to be two guys sharing that ball, which is both Dion and Lizzie. That's why no one could tell you who to pick up. Now, if I had to choose one, I would pick Dion. I picked Dion because Philip Lindsay is dealing with a minor injury. He is going to be
hmm
playing, but he is dealing with a minor injury. He did miss Wednesday practice, very limited on Thursday's practice. So I do think that Dion will take that workload there, but I don't think it's going to be much. Now, could I be wrong? Yeah, and more than likely, I don't think I will. But yeah, if you're absolutely desperate, like for example, if you guys are on a bye week, this is the first week of buys. So we got some running backs on bye weeks. We got some fresh injuries. So people are injured and you have no one else. Let's say all you have is Melvin Gordon and Boone, two guys from the same team. All you have left. And if you need to hit the waiver wires to get a guy in the running back position, and I made that example because I know it's true. I've seen it. So I'm not just throwing this off the top of my head. If that's the case, if you're absolutely desperate, get one of those guys. And I think Dion will be the guy. Um, You think Rams getting CMC or you think Hendel the man, the Ross? Or what did you say? What do you think
I,
Hendel? Huh?
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Hendo the man, Ross the Ross. Okay, I don't know. Well, one, the Rams, I don't think they're going to get CMC. They're already high in their cap space already with the players that they have. Everyone and their mother is asking about CMC. Now, if I were to think that the Panthers are going to part ways with CMC, which I do believe they will. If you saw our Panthers video, I told you what I would do if I was a GM. I'll definitely get rid of CMC, rebuild completely. I don't think he's going to go to the Rams. I think he's going to go to an AFC team. And I think they're going to do him right by sending him to Actually, I wish I could say this because I'm a Niners fan. I think they do this with their players. They do their players right. I think they're going to give it out to the guys with the biggest pocketbook in the AFC. They don't want to deal with CMC. They don't want to see him in that conference. I think they were to give him to a contending team. I can't say the Bengals because their offensive line is just horrible and they haven't been looking great. But they might give it to someone like the Bills, or give it to someone who still hasn't really found their running back one, like the Miami Dolphins. I think that would be a great fit for him if they could afford it. And the Browns, they have a lot of cap space this season. They have a lot. So if they want to build for the following seasons, yeah, they could definitely make a trade for that. But I don't think CMC is going to the Rams. At least I hope not. I hope not. As long as they're out of the NFC West division, I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. But yeah, I hate the Rams, and it'll be a total waste too. They don't run the ball.
Yeah,
Could
they
work
don't
out.
run the ball much. But I think there's a chance he can go to the Rams. The Rams are known for going after veterans, people who are proven in the league, especially in positions that they're weak on. So I definitely think they might try to go for him. I had just looked up because I thought they had no picks, but apparently they have 10 draft picks for the 2023 draft. I don't know. I can't look up right now exactly where those land, but they potentially have the firepower to give away to get CMC. The Rams love trading away their draft picks. They say F them picks. They don't care.
Yeah,
I
they
think
don't.
there's a chance. I think they'll go after him. But most likely he'll get traded to the AFC. And whoever does trade for him, they're going to have to offer a whole bunch because that's what the Panthers are looking for.
Okay, so we got a question over here. It says, should I stay with Stafford or pick Jimmy G this week? I like this question. I like this question a lot because Stafford has been on that downfall, and that offensive line is horrendous. And I mean, just horrendous. It is absolutely bad. They are playing against the Carolina Panthers, which the Rams are. They're playing against the Carolina Panthers, which don't have a great well, they have a decent defense, not the greatest. They lost their head coach, they lost their starting quarterback, so their morale is definitely down, which Stafford could definitely take advantage of that. Now, would I trust Stafford to do so? I wouldn't if I were you. This week, I actually have Jimmy G as a must start if you do need a starting quarterback. Over there defensively for the Carolina Panthers, they got this guy named Burns, and he does like to put a lot of pressure on whatever quarterback that he's playing up against. And with that weak offensive line, Stafford will be getting some pressure there. As far as Jimmy G and the Niners, they do have a banged up offensive line, but they do have reinforcements with their fullback Kyle Juszczyk and their tight end George Kittle. That's why you don't see him very involved in fantasy, getting fantasy points, because he is in there in the blocking scheme. So I honestly, I'm not saying this because I'm a Niners fan, but I start Jimmy G. They're on a hot streak. He hasn't thrown a pick in 2 weeks, which is absolutely insane. They are finding the rhythm, and this is a must-win game for them, in my opinion. What do you think here, Reed?
That's a hard one, man. They both haven't been the hottest. Matthew Stafford looking bad as of recently, but Jimmy G did have a good game this past week with 18 points. But the weeks before that, 13 against the Rams, 8 against the Denver. I just don't trust Jimmy G also.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I, I think they're going to be pretty average, both of them. I'm going to go with Jimmy G just because I think you can be safer with him. Matthew Stafford, until he gets things back on track, I don't think you should start him. That's my final opinion. Until he gets things back on track, do not start him.
So you start Jimmy G over Stafford this week?
This week, yes. Until he gets things figured out with that
Uh-huh.
offense, then I would not start Matthew Stafford.
I have Jimmy G on a Geno Smith level. I got into a conversation. No, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I got Jimmy G on a Geno Smith level because I got into a conversation with someone at work today. Oh, I dropped Russell Wilson, but it's okay. I picked up Geno Smith. I said, yeah, that's great and all. But if you read my fantasy notes, which they are out there. So if you are interested in getting my fantasy notes, go ahead and DM us or go ahead and email us. But I think Jimmy G is a must start on a week by week basis, depending on a matchup. If they are going against a weak defense, not necessarily weak against the throw, weak in general, then you should start him. I think the same thing with Geno Smith. He took advantage of these weak defenses. I mean, he hasn't had a game he's only had one game under 16 points, and that
Mhm.
was against the 49ers. And the other games that he played up against were the Broncos, which I don't care what anyone says, they do not have a good defense, the New Orleans Saints, and the Detroit Lions, which their defense was absolutely just gone, both sides. So, yeah, of course, no, Gino does have a deep ball, which Jimmy doesn't, which allows him to get to Lockett and DK Metcalf down the end zone. So, good for them, but I think it's a matchup play basis for both Jimmy G and Geno Smith. Yeah, he says Gino is not Jimmy's level. LOL, thanks. Yeah, I do agree. Jimmy's way more handsome. Have you seen Gino behind the center? Oh, he look ugly. Oh, jeez. It says Trey S over here. Hey, appreciate you, Trey. Thank you for joining us live here on the podcast. We go live every Tuesday for Fantasy Football Talk. We're trying out the Saturday deal, but thank you for being here. It says, dear Lord, please help me. Full PPR, start 3. One has to be a wide receiver. Judy, Boyd, Singletary, Zeke, or Brees Hall. Dear Lord, please help you. If those are your options, one's for sure. Brees Hall, you start that man at all costs. You start him, so that's automatic. Then you have Judy, Boyd, Singletary, Zeke. Now, I do know that T. Higgins is still dealing with an injury. He is going to be playing, but the guy who really benefits there is Hayden Hurst, the tight end. So I wouldn't even roll Boyd in there. Devin Singletary, I like him. I just don't like the inconsistencies that they have with that offense, because especially when they want to run the ball, Josh Allen could do it all. So he could do it all himself. Zeke, they're going against a tough defense, a really tough defense with Philadelphia. So let's see what could happen with Zeke. But for sure, I do want Brees Hall in there. And if you had to start 3 full PPR, and you have to have a wide receiver, Judy over Boyd, Hall over Singletary and Zeke. And I'm just gonna have to put Singletary over Zeke.
I would go Judy, Brees Hall, and then Zeke. I trust Zeke more than Singletary.
You trust Zeke more than Singletary?
Yeah.
I just don't like how he shares the ball.
Yeah, it's always a problem when you share a ball with another running back.
Let's go Zeke. Let's go Zeke. For sure, you got to put Judy and Hall there. Yes. Those are your best options. Zeke is just got to swing it in. But, man, we got to work some trades with you, Trey. Got to work some good trades. But appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Penny Feather, welcome back, dude. Appreciate you joining us live. It says Jacoby or ETN, PPR. If you're doing PPR, I like ETN. I do feel like he does have his fair share when it comes to pass catching. Jacoby Myers, though, he's been super consistent. But am I convinced with Bailey Zappi? Am I convinced with a third string quarterback? I don't know. I don't know if I am. And I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket. So if I want a for sure or a more confident player out there on my lineup, it's gonna have to be Travis Etienne. What do you think, Reed? You like Etienne more than Jacoby?
Jacoby, if he's healthy, he plays very well, but he is questionable this week. There's no sign that he won't play right now. He should be starting. There's so much upside with Jacoby. Last week against Detroit, he had 24 points. Now, do you think he can do that again against who are they playing? Cleveland? Maybe not. Maybe not. No, but Cleveland does have defenders down. I know Clowney's down, and I think another linebacker's down. So that defense is going to be not as good as usual. So I think I'd probably go Jacoby here. Now Jacoby? there is a risk factor in going Jacoby. I think ETN he will get you points, but I think there's a risk factor with Jacoby that he doesn't get you anything.
I'm looking at it right now. The Colts have a very strong run defense, and I can see that. So I could see how you could be scared with ETN. But the one thing that I kind of mentioned on Tuesday was that the Jaguars are very weird.
Yes.
So if they are winning the game, you see more James Robinson. If it's a tight game or they're trying to come from behind, they like to utilize ETN more. I guess they think of him more of a dynamic player, like I said, pass catching back to try to get back into the game. So it's very unpredictable. ETN, I do feel like we will find his role later on in the season. But like I said, if you want the more confident pack there, What did I say? Did I say ETN is the most confident?
You said ETN.
I did say the ETN, right? Yeah, that's before I'm looking over here because yeah, Colts are pretty good against the run, but when it comes to the pass, yeah, that's where you can take advantage there. I would probably just go Jacoby. I think he's had one of the most consistencies when it comes to wide receiver, right? I just don't like the fact that he has a third string quarterback. And last week they went up against the Detroit Lions, which has proven that they don't have a defense to compete.
Yeah, that is a reason why he got so many points this past week. We have 24. Definitely don't expect 24 again, but he did have solid games the 2 games that he was healthy. I think it was 10 the first week and then 18 the following week that he had, and then he was out for 2 weeks and then he got 24. I think he could put up 10 plus points.
We got another question. Drew L, appreciate you being here on the live, my guy. Says, should I trade Henderson for Daniel Jones and J.K. Dobbins in a 2 QB format? Oh, wow. Okay. This is our first 2 QB format question here. Yeah. I wonder who your other QB is, but if Henderson, he will be doing good this week. He does average, I think, 14 to 16 points whenever Akers is not playing, which he won't be playing this week. But in the long run, the Rams do not run the ball enough for you to keep Henderson. Taking Daniel Jones, who has been very good. The ankle injury is a little worrisome, but I really like J.K. Dobbins for a 2 QB man league. He says he has Tua and Rodgers are in. Those are 2 really solid guys. You know what? I say solid because Tua is coming back week 7.
Tua's coming back. Rodgers has not looked amazing, though.
Oh, for fantasy-wise, he hasn't looked amazing?
I don't think
he looked average. I mean, he's an average QB, but you know what? I think Daniel Jones right now, he is one of the at least a top 15 quarterback out there. But like I said, that ankle injury is what worries me, and he's on a winning team right now. They're on a hot streak. But definitely take that trade. You're upgrading your team no matter what, whether you're upgrading the QB position or in the running back position. I take J.K. Dobbins over Henderson any day. Any day. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely take that. It says Kelsey, Jeff Wilson for Breece Hall, Diggs, and Conklin. Would you agree to this?
This is for you, AJ.
Yeah, I know it is because his brother's trying to make a trade with me in one of our leagues. Kelsey, Jeff Wilson for Breece Hall, Diggs, and Conklin. How about you throw in how about you throw in Cup, and then I'll throw in someone else. How about that? It's a blockbuster trade. It's not bad. Not bad. But would I agree to that? Honestly, you're getting it's not a bad trade. Me personally, Kelsey has carried me into the games, right? I love Breece Hall. He's a consistent guy. He gets the targets. He gets the attempts. Diggs, he's the second-ranked wide receiver, so he goes over there. He gets the targets. And Conklin, we've been talking about it week by week. He's an average Joe, average tight end that could definitely help you out in any league. So it's not a bad, but I would like to spice it up a little bit, get more bang for my buck because Kelsey, like I said, if this was me personally, and since it is me personally, he is the heart and soul of my team. I don't have much to offer besides Kelsey. So got to play both sides here. Drew L says, if you take that trade, I am forced to drop Pitts, Ayuk, or Harris. I'm stumped on who to drop. Okay, so it shouldn't be too hard. Kyle Pitts has been doing good all season long. He's been dealing with injuries. He's missed games. He's going to miss this week. I believe it. I mean, it really doesn't matter. He's playing against the Niners. He's not going to get that many points anyways.
No.
But Ayuk's going to be a headache for you. I'm saying this as a Niners fan because he is going to be an inconsistent player. Very inconsistent. Yep. Right now, last week he did look good. He got the targets. You know, he got some yardage because he's very good at the yak yards. But I wouldn't believe that I'm going to be consistent with Brandon Ayuk on my team. If I were you, I'd drop Ayuk.
Definitely do not drop Damian Harris. Whatever you do not drop him.
Yeah, he's supposed to be out for a few weeks, but he's been limited in practice. He's been there in the practice facility, taking snaps. So, yeah, don't get rid of that guy. Not an option.
Yeah,
Brandon Ayuk, you could keep him. He's going to have a few games where you'll be like, oh, man, I could have used him there. But inconsistency is just too unreal here where you're going to be pulling your hair out just like, when do I start him? How do I start him? You know, so, yeah, if I were you, I would just keep Pitts. and I'll let go of Ayuk. But yeah, I'll try to trade Pitts at the same time if I were you, because I think he has more value than Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
But now, good question. Good questions. Some more injuries over here. So obviously, James Conner, he did come out and he's not going to be playing this week. So for the Arizona Cardinals, their top 2 running backs and their 4th-string running back are all out. So Eno Benjamin, that's the guy who's filling in. That's the guy who's been taking snaps. He took a few snaps last week when Connors went out. He's a must-start guy, in my opinion. Must start. If you have him on your lineup, put him there as your flex. He is no running back 1 for any means, but he is probably one of the most exciting players to go out and play. This is going to be fun. I do believe they're playing up against the Seattle Seahawks. Am I correct?
I think so.
They are going against the Seattle Seahawks 3:00. So that should be a fun match. Seattle Seahawks don't have the strongest defense. So I could definitely see Benjamin having a field day. I want to say it because he's not here, but let's say the Cardinals are up by a lot. They're just trying to run the clock. Who else are you going to run with? Benjamin, because their running back 1 is James Conner. He's not playing. So why not, right? Let him be the bell cow of that team. Let him rack up some points. Let him win a game for you. What do you think there, Reed?
I definitely don't think that the Cardinals will be just running away with this game. I think they're going to win, but Geno Smith is going to keep them in the game, I think. But I definitely would pick up him up. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, if you haven't picked him up already, we did talk about this Tuesday. So if you're with us Tuesday, you definitely got to pick that guy up. I love these questions, Drew, by the way. So if you're feeling generous today, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to hitting 300 subscribers. We are a very small community, which we are trying to grow. This is our information down below. Yes, we do have a TikTok. We do provide different content out there, a little more entertaining, a little more fun, and not so informative, but at the same time, giving some good advice. But yeah, join us if you want. We have fun. We post videos almost every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we do it for you guys. We do it because we love it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Reed, do you have any other big guys you want to talk about here?
I don't this week, actually. No, I do not.
Really?
No.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. So Brar, hey, welcome back, Brar. Appreciate you coming back to the live stream. It says traded Amon, Clyde, Najee, Tom Brady, Josh Jacobs, for Joe Burrow, Aaron Jones, Breece Hall, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Williams, Dalvin Cook. This is a lot. This is a lot to take in.
Oh my God.
Okay, so let's see. You got Joe Burrow. I take Joe Burrow over Tom Brady. That's a win there. Aaron Jones, I take Aaron Jones over Najee Harris. Breece Hall, I take Breece Hall over Clyde Edwards-Helaire. CeeDee Lamb, you got as an extra. Mike Williams, he's going to do good this week because Allen's not going to be there anymore. So good win for this week. He'll be a consistent wide receiver too whenever Allen comes back. And Dalvin Cook, I like him more than Josh Jacobs.
This is a great trade.
This is an amazing trade for you. I think the only downgrade you got here is replacing Amon-Ra St. Brown with CeeDee Lamb. But everything else that you just did makes up tremendously.
Yeah.
So I love the trade, Brar. And I know you already have a great team. You better be winning all your games, or else we're going to have another discussion. We're going to get mad at you once again. Yeah, but no, that's an awesome trade. I love it, man. Congratulations. You definitely won that trade. So good for you, man. Johnny Sims comes back. What's up, John Sims? Appreciate you coming back to the live stream. Do you remember you from last time? It says Henderson or Walker. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. Henderson does average 14 to 16 points every time Akers is not playing, and that's the case here. But Walker, I'm really excited about. And I'm excited because he is just – who else are you going to turn to? DJ Dallas for the Seattle Seahawks? I don't think so. I think Walker's could be that main bell cow for the team. And with the LA Rams, they don't like to run the ball that much. So even if it's just Henderson back there who might be sharing a snap count, I don't know, 70-30, I'd still like Walker here just because I know he'll get more snaps than Henderson and getting more opportunities here. So definitely like that. I like Walker more than Henderson.
I agree with Walker.
says, what do you think of Allen Pierce and Skowronek? How will they do this week? Now, Skowronek, like we said earlier, the LA Rams are going up against. I already forgot. The LA Rams are going up against the Panthers,
Mm-hmm.
which don't have a great defense. They are actually ranked. I think they went down. They're ranked 16th now against the pass and air for the air. So I still don't like it because he is the wide receiver 3. And I'm not even counting Allen Robinson. I'm counting Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee and Allen Pierce. Or did he mean to say Alec Pierce?
I think so.
If you're talking about Alec Pierce, he is on the start list this week. I'll definitely start Alec Pierce over Skowronek just because the Jacksonville Jaguars are struggling in that pass defense, and I could see them trying to get a dub. They don't want to get swept by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They do not. And what I do like about Pierce as well is that he gets the targets. Now, what he does with that ball, most of the time, does not produce, but he gets just as many targets as Michael Pittman Jr., and that's what I like. So if the opportunity is there, I'll definitely start Pierce. Rar says, if Keenan and Higgins didn't get injured, I would be losing often.
I feel that on Higgins. I feel that on Higgins.
Hey, man, it's part of the game. It's part of the game. On one league, I have Jonathan Taylor and Javonte Williams. So that was my running back 1 and 2. They're both injured, and it's cost me greatly. So question, is CD or Mike Williams for the wide receiver 2 spot? This week, it's Mike Williams. This week is Mike Williams because Keenan Allen is not going to be there. Moving forward, I think you should test the waters with Mike Williams on your bench and having CD start. I got to stop myself there because Dak Prescott is looking to come back and ready to go for week 7.
Okay.
And I'll still test Mike Williams on the bench because CD is the wide receiver 1, especially for Dak Prescott. And with Keenan Allen coming back, I doubt he's going to go on a limited snap count just because he's been out for so long. He honestly should have just been moved to IR to help some fantasy leagues and so they could put them in that reserve spot. But for wide receiver 2 here in week 6, it is Mike Williams 100%. Going forward, have CeeDee Lamb there, test Mike Williams, see how many targets he gets as the wide receiver 2 over there for, I was going to say San Diego, out there for the Chargers. That's really the best advice I could give you because we haven't really seen too much of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams in the same offense this season. Not even a full game.
I definitely would not go CD this week because he's going to go against Darius Slay all game long, and I think Darius Slay is going to win that battle.
Are we going to see a tweet tomorrow, Reed? Darius Slay owns CeeDee Lamb?
Potentially. We'll have to see.
Lester, what's going on? Appreciate you being here on the live stream, my guy. As always, you're always one of the greatest supporters here. Appreciate you so much. But he led in receptions and targets. We saw Skowronek or Alec Pierce?
I think he's talking about Alec Pierce.
Yeah, he did lead by 1, I think. Yeah, so like I said, it all depends what he does. And what I mean by that is yak yardage. So after he catches the ball, what he does afterwards. I just feel more confidence in Alec over Skowronek because how that offense operates over there with the Rams and how they only pass it to 2 people most of the time. Oh, yeah, he has to be talking about Alec, right? Because there's no way that he leads in receptions when it comes to Higbee and Cooper Kupp. So, yeah, like I said, it definitely start with Alec. He gets those target share just like Michael Pittman, and it just depends what you could do with it. But you have a better chance with him there. Says, moving forward, Higgins starting if healthy, I feel. Now, if Higgins is healthy, he's supposed to be a starter, right? But we've seen the Cincinnati Bengals struggle this season. We have. And I will still agree that he needs to be a starter. I feel like he would be on the bubble. I think he will be a flex. Put him on your flex and test out the water, see how that goes. Just because Jamar Chase is struggling. Being the wide receiver 1 without a supporting wide receiver or a healthy wide receiver core, you could see that he has trouble there. So definitely T. Higgins. I do feel like he is a starter in the flex position if he is fully healthy. If he's not fully healthy, you're going to see him take limited snap counts. and you're gonna see a lot of Hayden Hurst, which I picked up this week, and hopefully he could help me because Darren Waller has just been absolutely garbage after week 2. Both of them led in receptions and targets.
Are you sure about that?
I don't think that's correct.
Nobody does more than Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna look up the Rams game. Keep it moving, AJ.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving while Reed's going to do some research. But yeah, definitely. I know we talked about this a little bit earlier about Jonathan Taylor being out. So if you are absolutely desperate, the 2 guys to go out for is Dion and Nyheim Hines. Or Hines. No, not Hines. Hines is injured. What am I saying? Philip Lindsay is what I'm trying to say. Brar says between Evans, Keenan, Mike, CD, Higgins, when healthy, which 2 you playing? Now, it's really tough. Automatically, you should say Mike Evans. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Evans. Oh, okay. I see. Mike Williams is there. Automatically, you should be saying Mike Evans and Keenan Allen. That 100% should be your 2 starters, but Keenan Allen did not look that great. Now, I know he got injured, but week 1, he only had 9 points, which doesn't look great. He hasn't played all season long. He doesn't have that connection. If fully healthy, it should be Mike Evans, Keenan Allen. But if you can't count on Allen, it's going to have to be, well, if you can't count on Allen, it's going to be Mike Williams. It's going to have to be one of those 2 because Mike Williams or Keenan Allen will be that wide receiver 1 taking on the majority snap of that team. It's kind of like a Mike Evans, Chris Godwin type of feel. Mike Evans is going to get the majority of the points, but Chris Godwin will always consistently get 10 to 14 points, which is just fine enough for me to have in that flex position. So right off the bat, Keenan Allen and Mike Evans.
All right. Vincent is wrong.
You have to say it like that.
Yes, because it's true. But Kupp had 10 targets for 7 receptions, and Strolnick, or however you say his name, he had 8 targets for 6 receptions. So he was close. It's not like he was like far off or anything from Kupp, but he was not leading receptions or targets. But he is getting targets. He is getting targets. This is true.
Yeah, Pierce led the Colts in targets last week despite a dozen fewer routes than Michael Pittman. So it looks like they're going to be forced to pass more to Alec Pierce. And I'm saying this because we have a question from Esron Kiki. Appreciate you being here on the live stream. He's a Chicago Bulls fan, Reed. There you go.
My Bulls hat.
Oh, you don't need that Bulls hat right now. It says starting Pittman or Godwin, full PPR. You know what? Pittman gets the targets, right? But I love Godwin.
Mm-hmm.
I love Godwin. Even though they got Mike Evans, Godwin's still going to see receptions, and he's still going to get some yards, and he's still going to get some points, especially in a PPR league. I think you're going to be just fine. Right now, I could actually do a quick lookup. Who gets the most receptions. But if I had to pick, if I was in your shoes, I'm picking Godwin. He is more consistent, even if it's a PPR, half PPR, non-PPR, dynasty, whatever you're doing. I trust Godwin more than I trust Pittman, 100%.
Okay.
You got my back there, Reed?
I would agree right now. Yes.
You just agree with everything I say, don't you?
I apologize.
No, it's a great thing. I just want you to remember this. It's a good moment that you and I are having right now.
All right, switching it up.
Says Brar says 2 running back spot, 1 flex. Hold up real quick. Let me go ahead and take off this comment. We don't have any of these here.
No, sir.
Nope. Top Running Sports. There's no free advertisement over here. Get out of here, and don't be sending no links here in the chat. We don't know. We're not responsible for any links that you click that is not from us. So I don't encourage anyone clicking on any links in the chat. We do support.
That was only on Facebook though, so.
It's true. It was on Facebook, but we do support other content creators, but let's do it the right way, okay, and not just send out links and spam the chat. Yep. Brar says 2 running back spot, 1 flex. Which 3 do I start? Cook, CMC, Kamara. Brar, I don't like you, man. I don't like you at all. I hate that you have these problems.
How?
I don't know how. I don't know how. Why are you so perfect in fantasy, Brar? Why are you so perfect? So what I'm going to say is... Goodness gracious. You start Cook, CMC, and Breece Hall. You start Cook, CMC, and Brees Hall. If you want to hit a home run, start Cook, Brees Hall, and Kamara. But if you want to hit a good, consistent game, have Cook, CMC, Brees Hall. Okay. And why I say if you want to have a home run, it's because Michael Thomas is out again.
Yeah,
Chris Olave is
Kamara's gonna have
questionable
a
to come
big
back.
game.
Jarvis Landry is going to be out. What happened last game whenever Michael Thomas was out and Chris Olave was out? Kamara had one hell of a game, brother. One hell of a game. So you want to hit the home run, have Kamara there as your flex, start Cook and Hall. If you want to stay consistent and have a good, solid game, and that's what I mean, solid, Cook, CMC, Brees Hall. Says thank you. Hey, thank you for joining the live stream. We go live for Fantasy Football Talk every Tuesday at 6 o'clock. We are trying this out on Saturdays to see if people like it, but we post videos almost every single day except for Sundays, because Sunday is not only for the Lord, but it's for football as well. So you go out there and you enjoy it. And if you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 300. It's huge for us. We're our small community trying to grow. We are doing giveaways, which we will be releasing in the next 2 days on how to enter that giveaway. So find us on TikTok. That's going to be our biggest one on NSP Football Talk on TikTok. So appreciate you, Esron. Hopefully you win your game, and hopefully we gave you the advice for you to do so. Brard says, you should like me. I'm another 49er. Oh, my. Why didn't you say so? Why didn't you say? We should have been giving this guy VIP treatment this whole time, Reed. Oh,
we give everybody
goodness.
VIP treatment.
No. This is like VIP of the VIP treatment. You know, like, when you go to a VIP spot and you have a complimentary bottle of champagne, and then you give them some caviar and some crab legs.
Everybody else listening out there, I'll give you VIP treatment if you're not a Niner fan.
No, I give them VIP treatment.
No,
right?
VIP treatment. VIP.
Well, then if you do that, then I'm just going to give
I'm
VIP.
I'm going to give them triple VIP.
You can't do triple.
I'm doing triple VIP.
And he's from the Bay. And it says Golden State Warriors, 49ers. Nice, brother. I'm from the San Antonio area. So it is kind of weird the teams that I like. I love the San Francisco 49ers. And for basketball, I'm a huge San Antonio Spurs guy. Let's go Spurs, baby. This guy's a Bulls fan over here next to me, but we have a lot of fun. Maybe one day we start talking basketball now that we have Brar, who's a Golden State Warrior fan, and Esron Kiki, who is a Chicago Bull fan. Maybe we can have some fun. And Vince is our biggest basketball guy. Unfortunately, he is not here with us today, but he will be live with us Tuesday, hopefully. Get something going over there. Spurs tanking for Victor. Man, they're looking for talent. They got young talent. They're growing. They're developing. That's all I'll say about the Spurs right now. But yes, going forward, another guy who I think is a must-start guy this week, or if you have him, start him, unless you're like Brar and have CMC, Dalvin Cook, Brees Hall, and Alvin Kamara.
Ridiculous.
I'm talking – it's pretty ridiculous. I'm talking about Jeff Wilson Jr. I think you should start Jeff Wilson Jr. The Falcons are absolutely horrible against the run. Absolutely horrible. And I know we saw Jeff Wilson share the ball with Tevin Coleman last week, but that game was getting a little out of hand. It was getting a little out of hand, and then the Niners were just starting to lose some starters due to injury. So, hey, we're very limited on running backs. Let's go ahead and pull Jeff Wilson, and let's give some attempts to Tevin Coleman. And a little fact here, Tevin Coleman played 14 snaps. And out of those 14 snaps, they ran the ball 11 times. So it was just luck of the draw, if you ask me. Yeah, what's up?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And one of them was a touchdown. So that is crazy. Jeff Wilson Jr. is a start guy if you do have him. By any means, he is not a running back 1. He's a low-end running back 2 and a wide receiver flex. And if you also have him, do your absolute best to trade him, get him out of there, okay? Because his time is coming to an end, and that time frame is after their bye week. So week 9, that's when it's Elijah Mitchell time. That's when Elijah Mitchell's coming back fully healthy, and Jeff Wilson Jr.'s production will fall down. This is Webenyama or bust. This guy, Webenyama, what is that?
Is that one of your players?
Oh yeah. Now it I'm
Wow,
on. No,
fake fan, fake
I'm
fan.
I'm in football mode right now. Okay, I'm in
Uh-huh,
football mode. I
sure.
don't focus on the preseason. Okay, I know Vince watches the
Uh,
preseason, but I'm not. I do apologize out there.
wow.
So but so many player at their all time low, just stacked now. What can I say? Hey man, like I said, congratulations to you. You're definitely killing there in your league. I just hope you win. I hope you win it all. I really do. Take us to the championship there with you. Hey,
Jeez.
Reed, big question here for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a lot of people are dealing with some injuries, and a lot of people are trying to find some fill up spots. Now,
Mhm,
you could definitely find people like Alan Lazard, Romeo Dobbs, and uh, and Randall Cobb,
mhm.
Christian Watson. I'm
Yep.
going to throw Christian Watson out there because people are actually picking him up for some reason. Can you please guide us on this? Give us a cheat sheet on how to work out these wide receivers for Green Bay.
So Randall Cobb, you should definitely not pick him up as a long-term person because he's only going to get snaps when Christian Watson is out. Now, Christian Watson, if you're picking him up, don't be expecting him starting him anytime soon. We've been thinking about the Packers coaching staff about sitting him long-term for a multiple games because he's had that recurring issue with that hamstring. We're thinking about sitting him, maybe putting him on IR potentially, and letting him fully heal from this so he can come back healthy and he can really come back. But Alan Lazard, Vincent's saying, is he a starter right now for this week? I would say yeah. Alan Lazard has been. It depends on wide receivers you have. You have three wide receivers that are going to get more than potentially 13 points, 10 points, because that's what I think Alan Lazard will average. Then sure, then go ahead and get somebody else. But Alan Lazard, he's been having every single game that he's played, he's been doing great. He's had a touchdown, 100-yard game, touchdown in each of his games. He's been very consistent as far as fantasy wise. I definitely would start him in your league if you don't have a solid third wide receiver, third running back, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Other people, Romeo Dobbs, he's going to get targets. We'll see what he does with them. And then I think that covers everybody, right? Yeah, that covers all the wide receivers. That's where you go with Alan Lazard. I think he's the most consistent guy still. Romeo Dobbs, maybe in the back half of the season, he's going to be amazing and be a consistent guy. But right now, I wouldn't throw all your eggs in that basket.
Nice. Now, Brar has another question. It says, what are your thoughts on CMC being on the trade block? Fantasy wise, I wouldn't put him on the trade block because he is that absolute heart and soul of that offense. It's actually the only thing left standing on that offense is CMC. So without a good QB, so you're gonna have PJ Walker out there. I'm not saying it's not a good QB, but without your starting QB, they're going to be running the ball a lot, and he's also going to be your wide receiver one, like I've been talking about all season long. So trading CMC, I wouldn't do it. I would only do it if he actually does get traded. So if he gets traded to a team, which more than likely it will be a contending team, or he's talking about the NFL. If you so we released a video about the Carolina Panthers. In my opinion, 100% you're cleaning house. All right, everything must go. Sell sign out there. You get rid of all these guys that have big contracts, including CMC, and you're kind of doing it as a favor, okay? Because his last years are coming about him. So he's at the back half of his career. Allow him to go and get a chance at a championship. All right. So yeah, I would love for CMC to go. Hopefully he goes to the AFC and does not go to a team like the Rams.
I want to say one thing real quick about the CMC thing.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a language thing that you have wrong here. He's not on the trade block. People are just reaching out to the Panthers, and the Panthers are listening. Panthers are not actively looking for trades for him. People are just coming to them. If they see a trade that's incredible, then yes, they will go for it. But as far as right now, he is not on the trade block.
Nice. Armando says Higbee has been questionable all week. Should I start Goddard instead? I mean, if you have this problem, it's a very good problem to have. I wouldn't trust Goddard because Higbee, he's gonna play. He's a tough cookie out there. So yeah, start Higbee. I wouldn't be too worried about it. But if you just want to be on the absolute safe side, put Goddard in. I know he has a Sunday night game, and they're going against the Cowboys, so it will be a tough game, but they're both going to be doing very well. I think Hibby has a bigger upside. I think he does play. Wahab Ali, appreciate you being here live on the stream, my guy. We go live every Tuesday at 6 o'clock for Fantasy Football Talk. Appreciate you being here. It says, I'm 1 of 4. My team is Cousins, Jonathan Taylor, Mixon, Stevenson, Deontay, Godwin, Debo, Kittle, Connor, Deontay. I said Deontay twice. Deontay, Garrett Wilson, Madison, Pitts, Prescott, 12-man team, PPR. No one will give me the right value, but what do I do?
Just gonna have to go for the waiver wire, man.
You got to hit the waiver wire. You got to hit it hard. I really hope. I mean, I know it's a little too late, but on Tuesday, this is why we go live Tuesday, because you got to put in your waiver request that night. You had to pick up people like Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson was a huge asset. You had to pick him up. Kenneth Walker was my blue chip player of the week. It was a must start guy, especially for this week as well. But what should you do? Oh, man, I don't like your running back core. Normally, on paper, that looks great having JT and Mixon, but JT's been dealing with injury. He's going to be gone again this week. Ramondre Stevenson is a must-start guy this week. Mixon is out there. Like I said, he's been on and off. Godwin, Debo, I think those guys are real consistent. Kittle, I don't like at all. Trade him. Even if you can't trade him for a high value, I'll just get him out of there. James Conner, he is dealing with a lot of injuries, but once he is fully healthy, he will be racking up points for you. Deontay Johnson from Pittsburgh, you should go out there and try to see if George Pickens is available. George Pickens is on the rise and will start leading. I know you're in a 12-team PPR, so it will be tough to hit that waiver wire, but these guys that we're mentioning at the time were always that most of the time they're available. But definitely try to upgrade your wide receiver room.
I'd also do quarterback also.
Yeah, quarterback if you can, but you got to remember this is 12 guys. This is 12 guys.
I would imagine you could potentially get a Geno Smith or Jimmy Garoppolo. I would trust those guys over Cousins right now.
What about Dak Prescott when he comes back?
Dak Prescott too, if he's on the waiver wire.
No, he has him. He has Dak Prescott.
Oh, I don't trust it. Quarterbacks coming off their thumb injury do not play well off those first few games, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to come back fully healthy and be able to dot people up. I would not trust him until you see him able to get consistent points.
Right, but I just don't think you have to jump the gun unless
I would pick up a new quarterback, in my opinion. Drop Cousins, keep Dak, get another person, Geno Smith, Jimmy Garoppolo, somebody consistent right now.
Let's see what we could do for him right now. Okay, let's see what we could do for him. For you, I'll try to bundle up a trade when it comes to Kittle and Deontay. Yeah, get Kittle and Deontay in there. Try to get a trade. If you want, try to do a blockbuster trade. Get Kittle, Deontay, and get Kirk Cousins, and try to get a quarterback in return. Get someone solid. I mean, even if it's someone like a Derek Carr, I think, not even Derek Carr. Focus on the QB position and then get someone like a Tyler Conklin in the tight end position who is just steady enough to get you consistent points, and then have a solid backup flex, whether it be a wide receiver or a running back, because right now your team is banged up, and that's what's hurting the most when it comes to JT. And then Mixon, he is, dealing with slight injuries. It looked good, but it's not a bad team. It's not a bad team. It's kind of all over the place, but a 12-man team, a 12-man league, that is not bad at all. But that's what I will do. I'll try to hit that trade block. And I know people are the way they are, but hit us up on Tuesdays when we go live. I update all my waiver tips Monday night, so it is up to date. But appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. Jeb Armstrong says Deion Jackson or Isaiah McKenzie in the flex. I don't like these options. I really do not. I really want to know who else you have. But Isaiah McKenzie, I'm predicting him to get 4 or 5 receptions. I'm not saying targets, 4 or 5 receptions, while Deion Jackson has the potential to be the starting running back of that team against The Jacksonville Jaguars. Sorry, I'm going blank now. But I guess the Jacksonville Jaguars. But you're gonna have him and Philip Lindsay sharing the backfield. I like Dion more than Philip Lindsay just because Lindsay did miss some practice due to some injuries, so he wasn't participant on Wednesday. He was limited on Thursday. I would definitely start Dion, but that's only if you're desperate and only if those are really your only two options. He says, all right, thank you guys. I might go with Prescott for next week because he has the Lions. What should I do with Pitts then if I trade Kittle? Pitts, he should stay on the bench. The upside there does not look good. That was my biggest whiff this season. That was my biggest. I was high on Pitts this preseason when it comes to fantasy, and it did not happen. Now, the reason why, yeah, everyone tried to tell me I didn't believe in him. The reason why you want to trade Kittle over Pitts is because the banged up line that the 49ers have, Kittle's getting too involved in the blocking scheme, and he's not going to be getting the targets or receptions that he deserves. But with Pitts, I think he should stay as a bench, your absolute emergency tight end. But like I said, whenever it comes to a trade, try to get a tight end back with you. And that's what I could tell you right now. But like I said, Tuesdays, I'm going to have an updated list on tight ends, quarterbacks, whatever you need. I do all the positions. I do all the injuries. I get into full depth with it. And if you want more information, I actually send out tip sheets out there to whoever wants it. So get with us in our DMs, either on Facebook, on Twitter, or just email us or get us back on TikTok on NSP Football Talk. Send us a DM and I'll send you a PDF file of all my tips every single week. I will send it to you guys Tuesday morning. So you guys will have early access to that. But appreciate you being here. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow. We are a very small community. Try to make it. We just hit 200 subscribers. We will be doing a giveaway that will be announced in the next 2 days. Joe Villa says, oh, nice. Gunshot. Burr. Cool. He also said eight team league PPR need 2. You got Hollywood Brown, Sutton, Metcalf, or Lockett. I know they are all startable, but rank them in order of to start and sit. So number 1, Hollywood, 1000%. I know Sutton does good, right? But I don't like the team, and I don't like Russell Wilson there. I want to go Hollywood, Metcalf, Lockett, Sutton. Reed, do you have anything different there?
I would go Metcalf, Lockett, Hollywood, Sutton.
Hollywood at 3rd?
I like Metcalf. I think he's consistent, and Lockett has been incredible these past few weeks. Lockett has been putting up good points. He helped me win my game last week.
Yeah, he did. But Geno Smith had one hell of a game. Okay, so those are your top 3 for sure out of both of us. But me, preferably, I like Hollywood more, just because the team he's on.
Until the Seahawks offense slows down, because right now they're basically number 1 in the NFL.
So have it while it's hot.
Have it while it's hot. Start them while it's hot. Until we see decrease there, then maybe go with Hollywood.
See, those are 2 different mindsets. I like that mindset too, and it works out. Keep going until it gets cold. When it's hot, keep on going. Right? That's what he said. He says 201 now. Just subscribe. Hey, appreciate you so much, my guy. Thank you. We go live every Tuesday for Fantasy Football Talk. We are trying this out.
223 now. Actually.
We're at 223. Oh,
woo.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we are doing a giveaway, which we will announce on TikTok and our social media platforms in the next 2 days. So make sure you follow us on there to know the details on how to enter this autographed mini helmet for whoever wins. Whoever wants it. We're just giving away stuff. That's what we do here. We got some questions over here. He says, Cameron Hauser, he says, start, sit, Dion Jackson or Russell Gage. Oh my gosh, man, these questions. I don't like Russell Gage. He has been getting some consistent target share, so I do like that. But if you're looking for a splash play, I don't like Dion Jackson or Philip Lindsay. I don't like the fact that everyone's going crazy for them. But Dion Jackson has the most potential to be that guy for your team. And with Russell Gage sharing the snap or sharing the targets with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, I would go with Dion Jackson. Reed, please persuade me to choose otherwise.
Who did you say you were going up with? Sorry, I was posting somebody in the
start or sit, Dion Jackson or Russell Gage. I said Dion Jackson.
I would go with Dion Jackson also.
They're just sharing too many targets with
Yeah,
Mike Evans and Chris
there's
Godwin.
there's too many mouths to feed. It's what you say all the time. You can't trust
Yeah.
it. Those type of things.
Yes, I will 100% share my fantasy tips on our Discord. Our Discord link is down below. Thank you, Reed, for going ahead and posting that into our comment section. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and do that. It says, have to start one. Homer Simpson. I love the name Homer Simpson. Love it. By the way, if you guys are new here, appreciate you guys stopping by in the live chat. Ask us whatever questions you want. We will get to every single question that does come out. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We are doing our absolute best to hit 300. We just hit 200 and, to the moon, right, Reed?
To the moon.
It says, have to start one in flex. Zeke, Deontay, Boyd, Njoku, Duvernay. Thanks. Now, Rashad Bateman, it doesn't look like he's going to play this week. He's not going to play this week. So if Rashad Bateman's not playing, I would 100% start Duvernay. Duvernay is your great value type of Deebo Samuel player. I do like the way they use him. So I would definitely have Duvernay in at that flex.
I would have to agree, even though I want to say Deontay because I like him.
Yeah.
But right now, he's just not that great as far as fantasy-wise.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But appreciate you, Homer Simpson. Dope. So start, sit, Deion Jackson, Russell. Hey, man, don't worry. We'll get to every single question. Every single question. Don't worry about that. Thanks, fellas. I know 8-man is a little different. Hey, we've been there. I've been in an 8-man league. I've been in a 10, 12. I've been in a 14-man league. That is horrible. I never want to do that again. But you know what? Didn't do that bad. We help in any type of leagues, PPR, half PPR, dynasty, game fantasy. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, pew. Love you, man. So let's go 300 by the end of the stream. Oh, that'll be freaking awesome. If we get to 300 by the end of the stream, I'll give every single one of you guys in the live chat a special giveaway, and a very special giveaway.
Okay.
Nothing cheap. We're not talking about stickers. We're not talking about caps. All right, we're going to do something huge. It could be anything from an autographed memorabilia or a lifetime supply of Subway. Okay, and yeah, I can't do that. So test me. Bang SF. Listen, bang Niner gang. Appreciate you here, my guy. It says, yeah, no Bateman. So yeah, you 100% want to start Duvernay out there. 14-man league does suck. I've been there. I was in first place all season long, and when it came to playoffs, it was just like injury hell for me. It was bad, but that's what happens, right? That's what you get. It says Kittle's a weird human to start right now. Check Discord. I sent the available tight ends. Hey, bro, appreciate you, man. I love the community. Trying to get involved over here. I will be switching up my name on Discord. That was my gaming Discord, so I will be transitioning that into an NSP or football Discord, as you say. But right now, my name is A49erJ. A little obvious, but that's who I am. I will put by AJ at the end of each comment. But yeah, Kittle is going to be weird for fantasy because the weak offensive line that the Niners have right now, it's really banged up. So he is getting heavily involved in the blocking game, not getting the targets or looks that he deserves. So yeah, Kittle is not great for fantasy this season. Start, sit, running back to Melvin Gordon or Deion Jackson. I also don't like this. I'm going to be straight up with you, Cameron Hauser. I don't like this at all. I got more trust in Melvin Gordon, even though it's been a rough couple of weeks, than I do with Deion Jackson, just because we don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Deion Jackson or Philip Lindsay fight right now, just because JT and Hines are out. But that should just tell you that if nothing has been announced yet, it's probably a mess over there. And then when it comes game day, it's going to be something you totally don't expect. I do think Deion will take that lead role, but just to be safe here, I will take Melvin Gordon. That's just to be safe. Okay. You agree here, Reed?
Sorry, I was answering the question on Discord. Start, sit, running back, Melvin Gordon or Deion Johnson. Has Melvin Gordon fumbled recently? I can't remember.
How about you search that up and I'll get to the next question.
All right. Melvin Gordon.
Cameron Petrie says 10-man league, no PPR. I have Jets and Hollywood as my starting wide receivers with 2 flex spots. Who do I start? Waddle, Devontae Smith, Pittman, Ramondre Stevenson, or Mostert, or should I say Raheem the Dream Mostert. 100% a must-start guy this week is Ramondre Stevenson, and I'm going to say that very confidently. I've been saying this from the start of the season, and Ramondre Stevenson will take that lead role for the Patriots, and look at him now. He's taking it. I know it's due by injury, but the past 2 weeks, he's been taking more snaps and more reps, so I definitely like Ramondre Stevenson here. I don't like Pittman just because that offense has been struggling. Raheem Mostert, I would like to test the waters of them on the bench just one more week because I'm not 100% convinced that he is that lead back, even though he took the majority of the snaps. Jalen Waddle is going to suffer one more week because Tua is going to come back week 7 and not this week. And I don't like Devontae Smith. I don't like any of your guys except for Ramondre Stevenson. But if I absolutely had to choose one, I would do Ramondre Stevenson and Raheem the Dream Mostert, just because Raheem got the snaps. And I mean, he got the majority of the snaps, more than 50% than the other guys combined. Okay, so he got more than the snaps and attempts that he deserves and targets. So if that happens again, which it more than likely will, just because Tua's out again and you're going to have a backup QB, I'll definitely start Ramondre Stevenson and Raheem the Dream Mostert. Says Nick Kittle on the line. He's pancaking everyone. He's pancaking everyone, and he's smiling and having a good time about it. Let's not forget that he's enjoying his life. He has the best job out there. Ball Glove Blueprint, sit one a PPR. First off, I do want to say thank you for joining us live. I see that you're on Facebook. Thank you. Please consider hitting that follow button. We're also on YouTube, trying to grow out there. We go live every Tuesday for Fantasy Football Talk. And if you like us going live Saturdays, like we're doing now, let us know. We will do everything in our power to do so. It says sit one in a PPR league. Brandon Ayuk, DJ Moore, Drake London. I mean, I don't know how obvious it should be. It should be Brandon Ayuk. Yeah. And I'm saying this confidently as a 49ers fan, and this is going to be the biggest headache that you have. I kind of said this earlier in the stream. Brandon Ayuk is the type of player that is going to be like, okay, he's going to score 20 points one week, and then the next week he's going to score 4. Okay, the inconsistency is real when it comes to Brandon Ayuk and Jimmy G. That connection has always been inconsistent. So you never know what you're going to have. For me, pause. DJ Moore doesn't have a quarterback. Yep. But he has PJ Walker. And PJ Walker, he doesn't do anything fancy.
I would still go Brandon Ayuk.
You got to say it right. Ayuk.
You saying Dobbs' name right, and I'll start saying Ayuk.
I did say Dobbs' name right.
Okay.
All right, yeah. Just play it safe, man. Ayuk, you're gonna find weeks where you'll be like, oh man, I should have started him. But the inconsistency, like I said, is real, and it's so unpredictable as well. I would definitely sit Brandon Ayuk, and that's because I'm a Niners fan, and I love the man. I love the guy. Honestly, I think I like him more than I like Debo, and that's straight from the heart, straight from the core zone. He says, I said in the NSP Fantasy Football text channel, hey, thank you so much. I think Reach responded to you over there.
I did respond to it. I think you should get Pat Freiermuth. But he is injured this week. So right now, I think you should get Njoku for this week.
Yeah. So Joe is actually responding to this question over here that we had with Cameron Petrie. So thank you guys for getting so involved in our live chat over here. Says Pittman is trending down because Ryan has 2 seconds to throw the ball. Yeah, it's not a good situation over there in Indianapolis Colts. Very, very bad. And Smith is a coin flip. Good explanation, man. The new QB more than likely help Robbie Anderson. I think that was the stat with PJ Walker starting. Robbie Anderson was averaging 14 points. It was either him or DJ Moore. I can't quite remember right this second, but I think potentially it will help bring a difference out there. And DJ Moore is going to get targets. He's going to get targets. It says Chris Olave or CeeDee Lamb. Now, Chris Olave is questionable to come to this game. Now, if he does play, this is going to be more than likely it's going to be a game time decision, right? So it's a game time decision, or you will get it early tomorrow morning. If Chris Olave is playing, you 100% start Chris Olave. You are going to get the red rifle back. Andy Dalton is starting quarterback, sharing some snaps with Taysom Hill. But with Michael Thomas out and Jarvis Landry out, that only leaves room for Chris Olave and Alvin Kamara. I will definitely start Olave over Kamara, over CeeDee Lamb as well. I mean, you got a tough matchup. Like Reed said earlier, CeeDee Lamb will be going up against Darius Slay, and he has been slaying it out there. No pun intended. But Really good problem to have, but Chris Olave for sure. If he does play, is questionable. I do feel like he will play. Coming off of a concussion, I really hope they don't limit the snaps, which I don't think they will because they are desperate to get some wins. So, Olave, yeet, man. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Place or CD, whoever plays healthy. Yeah, Olave or CD, whoever plays. Same question here. Yeah, Olave, whoever is healthy. I know CD Lamb is questionable, but you could bet your sweet pippity that he will be playing
100%.
against the Philadelphia Eagles. 100% he's going to be out there. But like I said, he is going to be matched up with Darius Slay, who is a lockdown corner so far this league. Tyler, hey, appreciate you. I love your profile picture. I absolutely love it.
That's the best profile we've ever seen.
Oh my gosh, that so far today. Okay, we can't demean the rest of these guys. Okay, they have some good profile pics, but this one, come on, man. I love it. I love it. Okay, Tyler, hey, appreciate you being here live on the stream. It says, should I trade away Henry and Gabe Davis for Kupp and Josh Jacobs? Honestly, I hate doing this. And I hate you for putting me in this spot right here, Tyler. I don't like that you did this to me, but I will take that trade. I will take that trade. I love Derrick Henry. He is a beast. He is the king. I love the guy, right? But Josh Jacobs is on the rise. You see him getting more involved in that offense, both rushing attempts and getting the targets. So when that offense is desperate and when Derek Carr is getting broken down, which he is getting broken down to most of the time, is Josh Jacobs. These past 3 weeks has been phenomenal for him. And then replacing Gabe Davis, who's going to go on a downslope with the #1 receiver in the fantasy league right now, that's a huge win for you, man. I think overall, Kupp and Jacobs will serve you very well, especially the PPR league, because you know Derrick Henry's not getting any receptions. You know he's not. So I like that trade. If you get that trade, please let us know. Our information is down below, but that's a huge win. If you get that trade, good for you, Tyler. Good for you. Yeah, it is a hard choice, but PPR league, you got to look at Gabe Davis, who is going to be averaging 5 receptions a game, and you got to look at Derrick Henry, who's averaging 1.5 receptions a game. You know, that's being generous too.
Derrick Henry will start heating up later on in the season, though. That's what he always does. He always finishes very strong in the season. But I would still take that trade because Cooper Kupp is going to get you those consistent every single week points.
Deion Jackson or Slay, and we're getting a lot of Deion Jackson questions today. Now, I did see something, right? I did see something with some injuries going on with the Giants wide receiver room. Reed? What did I see?
Giants wide receiver room?
Yeah.
Kenny Golladay is hurt.
I have it right here. I'm actually looking up, so I'm just trying to buy some time.
Sorry. I don't know. They have like Slayton. Who else? They caught they toasted us.
Okay, so yeah, Darius Slayton will start. They are dealing with injuries. I have it right here. Tony is out. Golladay is out. Robinson is questionable. So he says 3 wide receivers out. So yeah, Slayton, I do feel like he will be getting a lot of targets. Do I trust him? Do I trust the Giants going into this game against the Ravens? Now they do allow a lot of points. Now, how involved will Daniel Jones be, especially with that banged up ankle? Deion Jackson. I like Slayton more here. I really do. I don't like your options just because I don't like Deion Jackson and what we don't know. He can pop off or he could be a total bust, as we've seen before in the past. And that is just it happened too many times. So because of the history that's repeated itself, I would say you choose Slayton. Okay, because right now, like Reed said earlier, you got to choose guys that are hot. And right now, the Giants are hot. Daniel Jones is hot. That team needs to keep on winning, especially with these two teams, the Eagles and the Cowboys facing each other. One of them has to lose. Who's going to take that second spot? They're going to have to win. I'll choose Slayton. I do feel like he'll get the targets that he deserves. Now, what he does with those targets, entirely up to him. Hopefully, he could bring him in for receptions and get some yardage after that. Brar says CD and Kittle for Tyreek and Ertz. How are you getting these trades? Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Bart, you're gonna piss me off again, dude. You're gonna piss me off again. How are you getting these trades? Who's doing? Are you messing with this? This guy's messing with this right now.
Incredible.
He's so good. He's so good. I don't know how he's doing this. Ty says three wide receivers out. It's dealing with injuries and buys. Yes, this is week 1 of the buys, which is it's killer, man. Especially this week with a lot of running back injuries, it hurts. So yeah, I don't like those, but I'll get Slayton over Dion 100% just because of history. So many options aren't great. No, they aren't. Unless you have clear cut options, unless you're like Brar, then they're great. But we saw Vincent try to get in here. Hopefully he could join us soon. He has some good fantasy advice. Just finessing kids out here. Oh, Brar, come on, dude. That's messed up, man.
It's messed up, man.
Is there money involved? Is there money involved in this league?
If better not be taking candy from these kids.
Hey, take it. Just take it.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, dude. It's worth it. Definitely worth it. And then you get bragging rights too. Vincent, what's up? Appreciate you being here live on the stream, my guy. What do you have for us, man? You got anything coming in?
Hey, man, all I want to say is sorry in the comments. I thought that Skowronek did overtake Cooper Kupp, but it was one shy in each one.
You're taking $20 from these kids?
Hey, rightfully so.
Let me in your league next year, all right? I want to get in there.
I know, man. That's insane.
Well, go ahead, Vince.
Nah, but other than that, man, I just want to say that there is one guy that I think differently than what you guys were saying a little bit, and it's just Isaiah McKenzie. I think he will keep his production up a little bit, but he's not a stellar guy. He's a consistent dude who gets like 8 to 10 points. So for those of you who had him in your lineup on the bench and stuff like that, just weigh the pros and cons. I know this week they go up against the Carolina Panthers, who aren't the best on defense. So in my opinion, I think he's going to do all right. It just depends on how much Diggs and Higbee are going to be, or not Higgs and Digby. Thinking of the wrong team, my friend. Sorry. But Diggs and it's pretty much Diggs there. Knox isn't really
Diggs,
a factor.
Gabe Davis, Isaiah McKenzie.
Here's the thing. If Gabe Davis is on, Isaiah McKenzie is not. So that's where it goes. And lately, Gabe Davis has only had like 1 or 2 games this season so far in the past 5 weeks that he's actually been good. So I think the bet is to go on Isaiah McKenzie, but he's not going to be a guy who is getting you 15, 20 points. It's going to be 10, and his cap is 12.
So Joe says he has McKenzie on his 14-man league. And what I said about McKenzie earlier is the same thing with Gabe Davis. They're averaging 5 receptions. Now, you could be like Gabe Davis, get 5 receptions, get close to 200 yards and a touchdown, which is absolutely nuts, right? But that's not always going to happen. You get 5 shots, don't miss your chance to go. Or I said that wrong, right? I ruined it. I hate myself. But arms are hairy. Mom spaghetti. But it says McKenzie's on his 14-man league. They're averaging 5 receptions.
Yeah.
So there's only so much they can do.
It just depends also. If it's PPR, he's not the guy to start. He averages like max 60 yards. So I don't know if his is a PPR league, but McKenzie is a cool guy to have on a 14-man league because he is a guy who will be consistent and will play all year long unless he gets injured or something like that. But, oh, yeah, dude, same. I've been waiting.
Thursday's been so bad.
Yeah, I feel like Thursdays is not even a day to watch football. It's just to have some background noise in the back.
I volunteer to work Thursdays now.
It sucks because I love the commentators, I love the analysts, I love their whole team, but the games has just been horrible. And it's crazy that Amazon's just paying so much money for the Broncos versus what was it? I forget who was the other team. I forgot about them already. And then the Bears versus
yeah, Broncos, Colts, and then it was Commanders.
Commanders, Bears. Just like, geez, man, they were close games at least,
Yeah, but like I agreed with some of the NFL guys and some of the analysts that they should consider to punt on first down. It'd probably be more exciting seeing punt returns than what they were doing on offense.
They should have like kickoffs,
Yeah.
It's NFL punt zone, You got NFL red zone on Sundays, and then you got on Thursdays NFL punt zone.
Yeah, 10-point McKenzie. I like that nickname. 10-point Kenzie. Commanders versus Bears over Bills versus Chiefs is crazy. That is nuts. I don't like that. Okay, this week we're going to have jam-packed games. I mean, how are you going to have the Bills versus Chiefs, not the Sunday night game? Oh, wait, it's because the Cowboys against the Eagles. They're two really good games. They're two really good games. I'll leave it at that. They're two really good games. But yeah, why not have the Bills and Chiefs get moved to Thursday Night Football? We've seen it plenty of times before with these primetime games get moved around. Boo-hoo, but you're trying to get some viewers. And these past two, I mean, they're making memes out of it. It is just getting out of hand now. It's really bad. Amazon Prime, I was really excited. They got some cool music going on, but their app is struggling as well. It's good. It's a lot of lag time. I like that whole X-ray feel that they have, as far as targets, attempts, pickups, whatever. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully we get some good games this upcoming week.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of good games with the Cowboys, Eagles, Bills, Chiefs that you mentioned. But I think there's a lot of other good matchups. I think there's a lot of games that can go either way. Last week it felt like, hey, this is how the week is going to go. But this week I think we have a very exciting matchups, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. I think one game that I'm very surprised about that I'm excited for is the Jaguars and Colts. I know that they haven't been playing well, both of them, but from last year, they gave us some good games. So I'm hoping that they continue that trend, and hopefully that we can have a good game there at the 12 o'clock slide in. So
we'll see.
Yes, we shall see. But no, that's awesome. We had a lot of great questions here today, a lot of great comments. I appreciate every single one. Yeah, we had a lot of new people as well, especially Joe Villa, Tyson Carter, Tyler. I think Yeet Man. I want to say he was here before. Yeet Man, Cameron Petrie. Appreciate all you single guys being here, especially guys who are coming back. Brar, appreciate you coming back. Nestor, always appreciate you coming back. It's just been a lot of tough. Mr. McCurdy Wolf, he started off with the stream as well. So thanks as always. But yeah, if you guys really want to get our fantasy tips, join our Discord, which the link's inside the chat, and find us here on these social media platforms. I post those every single week. Latest would be Tuesday afternoon, but I work on those late Monday night to get you guys the most accurate and the most beneficial stats that you guys can look at and receive.
This guy is the bomb right here with those stats.
I appreciate that. I do put in a lot of hard work. But yeah, so Joe Villa says I only place thirds on Thursdays. I never stream players on Thursdays to try to pick up a Thursday sleeper because they seem to always bust. I should have listened to that advice this past weekend. One of my leagues, I took a chance on Curtis Samuel. He scored 2.40 points, which really screwed me. Will not be doing that ever again. It is the new Fantasy Thursday curse, or should I say Thursday Fantasy curse? One of those. Leave it down in the comments. I want to see what you guys say. Let's come up with the name of a curse that happens on Thursday Night Football for fantasy football players. I think that'd be fun to do. Only play my stars Thursday night. I never try to pick up sleepers. No, don't do it. There's a curse. But yeah, we also got a lot of questions, Vince, about Walker, Kenneth Walker. What can you tell us about him? I think he's a must-start player. I think he's a must-start player all season long now. Now, going against a divisional game with the Arizona Cardinals, what can you see this young man do?
So here's the thing about Kenneth Walker. He's going to be one of the only running backs that we have healthy right now. The only other guy we really have that is known around the league is DJ Dallas. Last year, DJ Dallas was averaging one of the highest yards per carry in the league, but he did not have many attempts. So he wasn't really highlighted too much. But other than that, Kenneth Walker comes out of Michigan State. We talked about him quite a bit in the offseason. We talked about him when we started the season to see if he was going to be a factor. But now he's the main guy. And Geno Smith is going to trust him. He's going to hand the ball off. And that line with our two offensive tackle rookies, they're going to do what they've been doing all season long. So I know it's horrible that Rashad Penny is out, but Kenneth Walker is just the next man up. I think there's no drop in talent there. So all the production, cursed. I like that. Put
Thursday
that
night is the greatest name I've ever heard of.
Someone sign this man. Sign this man right now.
bro.
Oh my god.
Thursday night. I love that.
Thursday night football.
You make sure you put the little R right there
I'm
because
gonna
that's
remember
yours.
that. I'm gonna remember for that for next week when I'm doing my tweets. I'm not gonna do hashtag Thursday night football. I'm gonna do hashtag Thursday night football.
That
There you
is
go.
awesome. I love it.
We're
Good
gonna make
stuff.
it trend. We're
Very
gonna make
good
it trend. No, but yeah, just back on Kenneth Walker. He's gonna be a guy to start all season, unless DJ Dallas can create some dilemmas there with him actually getting some good yardage like he did last year. I just see Kenneth Walker being the main horse. DJ Dallas will come in on passing downs every now and then, but I do think that the Seahawks are going to try to slide Kenneth Walker into a passing role. It won't be heavy passing, but he's going to get some opportunity there. But I see my time is coming up since we have Underdog Fantasy here.
I just want to put this up because I just joined a live draft to do with you guys here.
Ooh,
So
oh
I
my
did
gosh.
draft. This is live. I just drafted Cooper Kupp. So it's going to be the Bills against Chiefs game. The first guy got Josh Allen, Cooper Kupp. This is a 3-man draft here. This guy got Mark Andrews. Who am I choosing next? I got to get Travis Kelce. Hopefully he falls. If he does not fall, should I get Stephon Diggs or should I get Lamar Jackson? Oh, this is multiple games. I hopefully Kelce falls here. I gotta get Kelce.
Hopefully,
Hopefully
man.
he falls.
I've done a few of these, and Kelce goes in the first round no matter
Well,
what.
that guy just drafted.
He's
Mark
drafted
Andrews.
Stephon Diggs. He's
He-
throwing. Are we getting
throwing.
Travis Kelce here?
Get Travis Kelce.
We're
Yeah.
getting Travis
Travis.
Kelce right here. Boom. He is drafted. It looks good for us, you guys. We now have Cooper Kupp and Travis Kelce. We got the number 1 wide receiver and the number 1 tight end in the league
Does-
right now.
Does Lamar try to drop here? If he drops, you get Lamar.
He has to drop, right? This guy
is
needs.
right here.
He dropped.
Get
Oh
him.
my gosh.
What
What is
Lamar's
going
bad
on?
against the blitz. Lamar's bad against the blitz.
Hey. Oh well.
Lamar is good.
Oh,
I'd rather
no.
take Lamar than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
We got to get a running back here, I think.
Okay.
Running backs are flying off.
CMC is out there. CMC is right here. We also have Debo, Jamar, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's going against. Oh, that's a
Whoa.
tough one.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
I
about
don't-
that one.
Yeah.
Start sit Kittle or Everett. You 100% sit Kittle. Get
Yep.
Everett out there. Kittle's helping out too much in the blocking game. Okay. Too much of the blocking game where he is not as efficient getting targets. Now he can blow up, but should we do that? Should we take a chance? I wouldn't like to do that if I were you, Cameron. Appreciate
Let's
you
see.
being here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Love the questions, man. Keep it coming. Right now, we are doing a live draft here on Underdog Fantasy. We are looking pretty good. What else
Now-
do we need, you guys?
Now, hear me out, AJ. I
Okay.
see Leonard Fournette there. Last
Oh,
week,
yeah.
he had 30 points because
Against Pitt,
he had 10 targets. 10 targets and receptions.
he got CMC. So, yeah, I definitely need to hit that running back position.
It's either that
Fournette.
or Ramondre.
Fournette.
Madre Stevenson is going to go off. Leonard Fournette. This is what's going to happen
Fournette.
here. I got 15 seconds. This is what's going to happen. That they're going to be up so bad that they're going to have to be running the ball, and Fournette's going to be that guy. He's going to score another 40-point game. I'm drafting Fournette here. We're looking pretty solid, you guys.
All right, we got another question from Brar. Should I stick to the Bills' defense or pick up another one? Defense not available, or are Eagles, 49ers, Packers, Bucks, Rams? So those are ones not available. Who's
No, they're
available?
not available. Let's see.
First question: should he
He's-
stick with the Bills' defense?
No, I don't think he should.
No.
Kansas City is a powerhouse. I'm sitting them in 2 of my leagues. I'm not too sure if the Jacksonville Jaguars are available, but they usually play great against Indianapolis. So that's possible for you to get if they are there or if they're on a team. Probably going to have to go somewhere else. I'm trying to think of some teams.
What are your defenses this week, AJ? I know you always put them out.
My defense this week,
Yeah.
I have it right here if you
Yeah, I think
me
it's.
one
I think if I remember correctly, it's a lot of those guys that Brar just sent.
it is a lot here. I got it right here with me. I have the Rams, Niners, Jaguars, Buccaneers, Chargers.
All right, maybe get Jaguars then.
Yeah,
Jaguars
I
will
guess
be
that Colts.
available. If you could get the Buccaneers, that would be great. If you could get the Chargers, that would be great.
Well, yeah,
Um,
both of those are available.
Both those are available.
Yeah,
I would say either Jaguars or Chargers. I think those are two of them that are available for him. If he, yeah, I wouldn't really say anything else.
Who plays
Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh? That's going
the
to be Tampa
Cleveland
Bay.
Browns.
Yeah, Tampa Bay. That's what I'm
Tampa
saying.
Bay.
You got to
Tampa
get
Bay.
Bucks.
Oh yeah, this is true. But Bucks are not available for him.
Yeah. But yeah, that is the question right now as far as which defense to pick up. Who plays Pittsburgh?
Pretty much. They're the team to play against with the defenses. I would try to check who's playing the Texans. I know the Texans won last week, but that was something that wasn't predictable. So I would say check who's playing the Texans as well. See if you can get that defense.
Get Tebow. No.
Do Mike Evans.
No.
I got Mike.
Let's see. Show the lineup, baby.
So this is my lineup. QB, I got Lamar Jackson, running back Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook, wide receiver Cooper Kupp, Mike Evans, tight end Travis Kelce.
I love it. If we're not projected number 1 or 2, I will be very, very shocked.
I'm projecting to get 99 points.
That's pretty good, especially in a three drafted league.
3-man league. This is pretty fun. This is the first time I ever did it. This guy's projected to get 99 points, and this guy's projected what? Oh wow,
It's broken.
It is broken. We broke the system, you guys. This
They'll
guy
probably
is Josh
update
Allen.
soon.
Probably. Yeah, it's this guy is desperate. Joe Villa says he's desperate. The Browns? You take the Browns going against Zappy? I don't know.
Maybe.
I think the team might carry him, especially the Browns missing out on Clowney. I know it's not a huge loss for them, but it is still a loss. Like I said, get Chargers or Buccaneers if it's available. I don't know if y'all went over that already. But yeah, this guy has Josh Allen, Saquon Barkley, Ramondre Stevenson, two good guys, Justin Jefferson, Marquise Brown, Tyler Higbee. I think I'm good here. Money Mitch said got Patrick Mahomes, CMC, Nick Chubb, Stephon Diggs, Jamar Chase. Yeah, Jamar Chase could be a bust here. And Mark Andrews. I like my odds here. I like my odds here. I got Lamar, Leonard Fournette, Cook, Kupp, Mike Evans, Kelce. Kelce's going to be the game changer.
Yeah, I think the best thing we did was not reach for running backs because I've learned that running backs are not the best because of the way that Underdog has their settings. Even receptions are 0.5. I just learned that last week. I was pretty upset with that.
So I don't like these options here. I really don't. Start the Bengals or Patriots defense. I would feel more confident in the Patriots defense just because they had a dominant game last week against a very high scoring offense with the Detroit Lions. The Bengals I don't like because the Saints are like, I can't make that. It's racist. It's bad. The Saints do everything in their power to score points. I mean, you see Taysom Hill out there making some dynamic plays, getting into that end zone, so they will score some points. Matt Gay or Brett Maher. I can never say these names right.
I think I would say Matt Gay.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot more opportunities to get some points
Yeah,
there.
the Cowboys aren't going to be scoring a lot of points, in my opinion, against the Eagles.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight game with the Cowboys and Eagles.
Yeah.
So he might make some clutch field goals, but Matt Gay will have the opportunity there the whole game to be in the red zone. Mm-hmm. So even if he does get field goals, if it's only extra points, I feel like it will be the same amount, if not even more than Brett.
Yes,
Tyler, appreciate you being here, my man. Thank you. Feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 300. Ask us any more questions that you would like. We are answering every single question that hits our live chat. Kicker, LOL, coin flip, LOL. Kind of, but I think Matt Gay has more potential to score more points than
For
Brett.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
For this week, yes.
Yeah, he also
not bad options though. Not bad options.
No, not at all.
I'm super excited about my draft.
Yeah, I've never done one of those. That was a little cool.
So the first time I did it was Thursday. I did 2 fantasy drafts and I did it by accident. I clicked one because I wanted to do it, and then I didn't know if I was in it or not. So I backed out and I was like, what the heck? So I clicked it again and I entered 2 drafts, and I was doing 2 live drafts at the same time. So I was going back and forth. And I was like, man, dude, this is my first time doing it. I just lost all this money. I'm going to be done. Whatever. I won both of them.
There you go, baby.
I'm NSP, baby. I'm built different. I'm better. I'm stronger. Oh, man. I'm having too much fun here. Brett, last name for sure. Better last name for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, maybe we should do that as a TikTok, when it comes to fantasy. I'm better. I'm stronger. No? You don't like that idea? If you guys don't what?
If you want to headline it, we're cool with it.
No, I think Reed should do this one.
No, I don't know about
Hey,
that.
yeah, get Reed's video to 10 likes and he'll do it.
Oh yeah. Go out there, go look at Not So Pro Packer Talk, which came out Wednesday at 5:00. You can see the Packer thumbnail. If that hits 10 likes, Reed's going to do a TikTok, and he's actually going to be in it. So he'll be doing something. I think he should be like, I'm better, I'm smarter, I'm stronger.
I'll come up with something.
I'm built different.
Built different.
You should do one where it says, my shoes better. My shirt better. And you'd be wearing all NSP Packer stuff, You got to do something.
We'll
Or
see.
you could just meme on Devontae Adams.
This is true.
I would love to do that.
You could do a little skit where like Devontae Adams in a Packers gear, like when he picks up the beanie and helps the coaches on the sideline,
Yep.
versus Devontae Adams in a Raiders uniform pushing down innocent men who are just trying to make a living.
Vegas changed him, man. He's a thug now.
I like looking at those memes where they're like, if I got pushed by Devontae Adams, they're like in a full body cast.
Yeah.
I was like,
I wouldn't have gotten up.
dude, I'll be, oh,
My
just
back.
dead, just gone.
Yeah.
Just
I would have pretended I was unconscious, man.
yeah, and the fact that he didn't like do a double take, he just walked right over him, looked, and then just kept on going.
You just kept him going. It was crazy.
Devin Bush says he needs to go back to Green Bay. He should have never left. He wanted to be with his buddy, but I don't know.
The big reason that he did leave was because his family, his parents, I believe, have never been able to watch a single game in the NFL because they are. I don't know what their thing is, but they're not able to travel. So him going to Vegas allows them to be able to go to the games. That's the number one reason why he left. It wasn't the money. It wasn't the quarterback. Yes, he loves both quarterbacks. He would love to go back to Derek Carr. He's his best friend, but he would also love to play with Aaron Rodgers. But the biggest reason why he left was because of his family being able to watch him. And now they're able to watch him lose every single week. It's great. It's great.
Jeez, man. It's hard going from one Hall of Fame to another Hall of Fame QB, so he's still adjusting.
Get out of here.
That's what this kind of reminds me of. Have you guys ever played the Madden with the story mode on it?
No.
So I played it, right? So in the story mode, you got to choose a friend. You got to pick a friend's name, and I chose Vincent. Vincent was my friend, right? I chose Vincent just because it was a rivalry, right? So I chose Vincent, and so I was the Niners and he's Seattle Seahawks. So at the end of the game, it gives you an option, right? It says, would you rather be drafted with your best friend to the Seattle Seahawks or be drafted separate from each other and allow Vincent to go with the Seahawks and you go with the Niners, right? You be with your dream team. That was not a tough decision. I was like, I'm with the Niners. Sorry, Vince.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
you
remember
do.
doing the same thing, but I chose to go to the Niners so I could play with you, and I was so hurt when you told me you didn't do the same.
I was like, we could trade jerseys. We meet up with each other. I was like, I'm not going to be wearing a Seattle uniform. Oh my gosh. Oh, since I'm stuck, I think Hendo is worth dropping Michael Carter and.
So yeah, if you're saying to get Michael Carter, yeah, I would say yes. He's still a factor in the Jets offense. I think last week he got like 10 points. Henderson is just not reliable. Even though Cam Akers is out, he will play a little bit better this week. But Henderson is not the long-term guy. I think Michael Carter will be, especially because of Breece Hall. They're not going to want to utilize him every single down. So Michael Carter will be in there, and he's a good pass catcher as well.
For sure. Yeah, it says, never mind, I can't. It's the worst. Sorry, y'all, I'm dead. Yeah, we're dead too, man. We all have full-time lives here. We're going to school full-time, job full-time, full-time job, part-time school. We do all of it. We do all of it here, and we try to make time for you guys, and we will make time for you guys always, just because you guys are going to support, and we are trying to grow. But no, great question. Henderson will do good this week. Michael Carter, I like to describe him as a vulture. He likes to scavenge off touchdowns from Breece Hall, so they like to utilize him in the red zone, which is great. He scores points and it's consistent. So they're both very good backs. I like Hall more than Michael, though. Adam Thompson says, "Sup, fellas? Curious what y'all think of a trade I just made. Mixon, Marquise Brown for JT, half PPR. He has Swift, Kenneth Walker, Gordon for running backs, Higgins, Godwin, St. Brown for wide receivers. So you traded Mixon, you traded Marquise Brown for JT. I think long-term JT is going to have a higher upside. You do have a good running back room with Kenneth Walker and Swift whenever they do get healthy. So adding JT on there is definitely a huge upgrade. You probably have one of the best running back rooms in your fantasy league, if I'm not just by not knowing what everyone else has. But Mixon is going on a downslope. The offensive line can't hold for the crap. But I like it. Good for you. Go JT. He will be that bell cow of that whole offense. So he will be racking up points, especially in a half PPR league. He's going to be used for every scenario. Passing, running, whatever it needs. He'll throw the ball if he has to. But yeah, good trade, man. Absolutely love it. Thank you. I love that you're here on the live stream. Appreciate you being here. Hit that subscribe button. If you're feeling generous, we are trying to grow still. You guys like this trade?
I'm not the biggest fan of it, honestly.
Yeah, I myself traded JT away. I just can't really believe in him the way he's been playing the first 5 weeks. But I will say that you are right, AJ. He's going to be the bell cow no matter what. So there will be some games where he's just flying off the wall, scoring touchdowns, getting 10 yards per carry, stuff like that, just like he was last year. But I don't see him being a consistent guy like Derrick Henry or other people like Leonard Fournette.
The reason I don't like it, is because right now JT is one of the most inefficient running backs in the NFL right now. He's just inefficient. He's not getting yards. I don't know what it is, what they haven't been able to do. Yeah, he's been banged up, but I'm just not liking it. I don't think he's going to figure it out this year, in my opinion. Yes, he's still the number one running back, and he's going to get touches, but as far as right now, you made that trade, in my opinion. I hope it works out for you. I hope I'm wrong, all right? But I think you made that trade thinking about the old Jonathan Taylor, but the right now Jonathan Taylor is not that type of player that I would make that trade for. But for you, I hope you're completely I hope you're right and I'm wrong, man.
Brar says Chargers or Jaguars for defense. I think I'd prefer the Chargers, man. I really don't like Russell Wilson, even though a lot of people has a start. I know I'm gonna get outvoted here, but you can't go wrong. We did talk about the Jaguars. They did shut down the Detroit Lions. I could definitely see that happening again because they absolutely own the Colts. And with JT not playing, and Hines not playing, yeah, go Jaguars. I like Jaguars.
I'll go Jaguars.
Yeah, Jaguars the same year.
McCurdy Wolf, hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to you, McCurdy Wolf. I appreciate you. You were here when we first started this channel, when we first started doing fantasy football talk. You are awesome, my guy. Thank you so much. He says, I have to drop 2 players, so I'm stuck. LOL. I have Taysom Hill, Schultz, Everett. I don't know why I did this to myself. Didn't watch y'all enough. Tell you what, I got my notes handy right here with me. And if you guys are in the live chat, we will get to every single question. So be patient. We will get to you guys. We don't skip over anyone at all. So here are my notes for Taysom Hill. I said, yes, he had a monstrous 34-point game on Sunday. No, this will not be a consistent occurrence. Yes, it will be impossible to predict when it's coming. No, there will not be 7 tight ends with more fantasy points than Hill. So if you got a spot or if you're desperate, go for it. Those are my notes. You drop Hill 100%.
Yeah.
As far as the tight ends, I'm pretty sure like they kind of evened out. I do think that Schultz will have a better long run when he does get fully healthy. And when Dak Prescott does come back, he likes to share the ball with Schultz. So my opinion, I'll say Taysom Hill, Everett.
I agree.
Nice. I want to highlight this comment. Joe says, I got 4 kids. I had them Googling stats for me. You're freaking awesome. You are doing parenting right. So good job. Says, loving the live stream. We love having you guys here. So keep the questions coming. We love doing this. We're on the road to 300. I mean, long-term goal, we're trying to have a big channel, right? We're trying to have a big community, trying to build a following. You guys getting involved here. So find us in our followings down below, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is. And we give out fantasy advice all the time. So it's cool things. Thinking of long term for sure. In second place, 4-1. Congratulations.
Nice.
And I feel comfortable if JT doesn't do well, I'll be okay. But looking to our playoff week. See, that's it. Yeah, playoff week mix. I love people looking at the playoff week already because you're already looking long term. You're you have that confidence that you're going to get there. I do think long term JT will find his place as a top 15 running back in this fantasy football league. So good for you thinking long term. Congratulations being 4-1. Says thanks, appreciate the feedback. The good and bad. Hey, of course, man. That's what we're here for. We're going to give you honest opinion. We're not going to hype you up. We're not going to gaslighting every single comment just to make you guys like us. I mean, we're here for real advice. Kenneth Walker or Darrell Henderson at flex. Darrell Henderson will have a good game this upcoming week, but that's it. As long as Akers is out, he usually averages 10 to 14 in between that 10 to 14 point margin. I like Kenneth Walker a lot. He will be that bell cow of that backfield for Seattle. This is our Seattle guy down below, so he could answer that question clearly for you.
Yeah, man. I like Kenneth Walker. Last week, he was averaging 11 yards per carry on 8 carries. He had 88 yards, and he was pretty close to having a touchdown, but we ended up not going for the touchdown there with him. So I just think Kenneth Walker is going to be a guy who's going to get the ball. He's going to make the most out of his production. And he's going against the Cardinals, who are not the best against the run, but they're not the worst either. So he will have a challenge. It won't be 11 yards per carry like it was last week, but he will get that range of 4 to 5 yards per carry, and they will use him in the red zone.
I'm looking at least 18 attempts for him, at least. Definitely a guy you want to have. I have him as a starter, in my opinion. I didn't get a chance to get him because for some reason I'm just nowhere close to the top of the priority list when it comes to waiver wire. Oh, sucks being undefeated. Oh, no, just kidding. But it says, hey guys, I don't know why I always read the smaller area. It says, hey guys, someone has offered me Darren Waller and Adam Thielen for Brian Robinson. It is a dynasty. It is a 1.5 tight end premium league. I already have Kelsey and Andrews. If I get Waller, I could start all 3. You have Kelsey and Andrews? You disgusting man. Who did you threaten to get that? Congratulations for having them on your team. I don't think you should go 3 man when it comes to tight end, but I like Brian Robinson. He is going to have his ups and downs. It is a 3-back committee over there in Washington, but you clearly saw that he was taking the lead role. I mean, he had more, double the attempts that Antonio Gibson had, and J.D. McKissick is looking more and more irrelevant. He's only going to be used for the pass game. For me, if you're asking me, I'll take my chances on Brian Robinson. I have no urge to get in a tight end, especially if you have Kelsey and Andrews. Yes, it is scary if one of them gets injured, but these guys are mammoths of players, and they stay healthy. Do you guys agree here? I'll just stick with Brian Robinson.
I kind of like the trade.
You do?
I would. I mean, having a 3 tight end monster. I've never been in a league like this, but it sounds pretty scary. And three running back teams, they're scary to start a certain player. They might completely. I forget the phrase, scoop the poop or whatever it is.
Shoot the
yeah,
Shit the bed.
Yeah, they might just have nothing at all, or they might have a great game. It's just really tough to trust that. So I would take that trade.
Here's my thing. Darren Waller is kind of iffy some games, so I know if you do get him, you can start him on some weeks. But I think just like AJ said, Brian Robinson has more to
upside.
give. Yeah, he has more upside. And also, I think Washington really liked using him as a starting running back because not only was he doing good, but every single running back was getting the touches and every single running back was playing better when Brian Robinson was the starter. So, in my opinion, I think they'll keep it that way where he's the starter. He gets the most carries.
And he has a great story, man. Just right before the season started, he got shot in the legs like 6 times. Joe, if you're still in the chat, let me get some in the chat. So, hey guys, I'm back. Yeah, we're still on. Appreciate you coming back. Give us a second chance. So hey guys, I'm back. Instead of dropping Ayuk, I decided I'm going to try and trade Ayuk and Harris for someone. Who should I go for? Since you are trading Harris, and if anyone has a few brain cells in them, they know Harris is going to score us a lot of points whenever he comes back healthy, right? So trading Ayuk, especially if Ayuk does good this week, you could especially go for a mid to low tier running back just to replace Harris, or you go a mid to high tier wide receiver. Okay, so when I say mid to low tier, I'm looking at, stay with me now, J.K. Dobbins, right? I still like J.K. Dobbins. I think he's going to have a huge upside. You could even try to squeeze out Brees Hall. I doubt you'll be able to get that, but we've been preaching Brees Hall over and over again, and now he's starting to emerge. You could go out there and get a Jalen Waddle. That's who I would get. Get Jalen Waddle right now, because after this week, he's not going to have much production. He's going to look bad, but once Tua comes back, week 7, Jalen Waddle's the guy. He is the guy. So if I were you, buy low on Jalen Waddle right now. This is low what you're doing. Go buy him low. Huge upside. I like it a lot. What do you? Yeah, cool.
I like that.
Favorite players to trade for? Oh, sorry. Oh,
I
pew
just
pew.
wanna say
He's
that
got the
real
pew pew. Oh, I like this guy. Welcome to NSP Nation, baby. What do we call ourselves? NSP Faithful, NSP Nation. Whatever we say.
Nation.
A nation.
Yeah.
I think I like Faithful a little more.
Nah, that's a little biased there.
Come on. You guys liked it too.
Nope, not at
Adam
all.
Thompson says favorite players to trade for right now. Favorite players to trade for. My absolute favorite was Brees Hall, but I doubt you'll be able to get him right now. It's Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, Jalen Waddle, J.K. Dobbins. Who else can we go for? There's quite a few. Should I name them again?
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, Brees Hall, J.K. Dobbins. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
go
Yeah,
for
those are guys I would definitely try to target if you don't have already. PJ Monroe, appreciate you being here, my guy. Thank you for joining us live. I think it's your first time. For you guys in the live chat, we will get to everyone's question, so don't worry about it. We're going to try to get to these questions as quick as we possibly can, but we want to give out accurate information and detailed information so you can understand and not just be like, oh, okay, cool, right? So if you guys are feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We are trying to grow. We are a small community. Appreciate every single one of you guys out there. Says, hey guys, should I start the combo of Ramondre and Jeff Wilson with Godwin, or Ramondre and Eno Benjamin with Godwin? I love this situation. As a Niners fan, I do have Jeff Wilson as a start this week just because the Falcons are a horrible run defense. But Eno Benjamin is very exciting. He should have a great game. Not saying just because he's going against the Seattle Seahawks, but he's going to have a great game because they have 3 running backs injured. So they're kind of be forced here, while Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to be sharing around 65-25 with Tevin Coleman as far as snap counts. Not snap counts, as far as attempts. Okay, so Jeff Wilson, I do feel like he will have a great game. I do love your situation here. You could go either or. Me personally, I would like to keep it safe. I don't even like to keep it safe. I would like take a risk here, man. Take a risk. Go Eno Benjamin. I think it's going to be awesome. I'm not going to be biased here. Go Ramondre, Eno Benjamin, and Godwin. That's just too exciting.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was going to go with Jeff Wilson, in my opinion.
I think that's the safest bet, but I woke up feeling dangerous today.
You feeling dangerous?
I'm feeling dangerous today.
All right.
Yeah.
I personally would go with Jeff Wilson against the Falcons, in my opinion.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. I'll bring in my perspective, since I know that Eno Benjamin is going to run all over us. The only thing is, I don't think Eno is going to get 20 points like Jeff Wilson has been averaging lately. So I would go Jeff Wilson. I think him going against the Carolina Panthers, even though Tevin Coleman will be taking from his production, he's just the more efficient guy. We've seen Eno once, and he didn't make the most of his carries. I think he was averaging like around 3 yards per carry when he was splitting it with his other running back mate who's injured. I forgot his name. I think it was Williams. But when he was playing that one time that James Conner was out, they were splitting the ball. He was not playing very well. But Eno Benjamin will wreak havoc on us, just like every running back does. I think we're like top 5 in giving running backs the most fantasy points.
You guys are just givers.
Yeah, man. We love giving, that's the Seattle way, We give, but we don't break. So we're benders,
You don't write back.
We don't write back.
Hamza Malahi says Jimmy G or Trevor Lawrence this week. I'm not a big fan of Trevor Lawrence. He had back-to-back weeks with 4 turnovers. Does not look good. I actually have Jimmy G as it's okay to start him. Don't be too scared in my one category. Okay. And it's also Dreamy Garoppolo. Okay. It's no longer Jimmy G. If you're going to be in our live chat, you got to put Dreamy Garoppolo because you just got to put it how it is.
Do not listen to him.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay in this chat. So Jimmy G has not thrown an interception in the past 2 weeks, which that's kind of amazing. It's not normal, but he's been looking good. He's doing good, and it looks like it's going to be a very favorable matchup against Atlanta. Is he a long-term quarterback? No, but against this week, I think, yeah, he's good.
Wow. I just had this, like, that's so Raven type of thing.
Whoa, I saw in your
I
eye.
was going to go Jimmy G,
What?
but then I remembered this one time when AJ said, hey, Jimmy G hasn't thrown an interception in a while. And it was one of Jimmy G's worst games I've ever seen. Start Trevor Lawrence this week. It's happening. Oh my gosh, the Niners are screwed. Oh no.
They're gonna lose again, Reed.
Oh,
shut your
no.
mouth.
It happened, AJ. It happened before.
Shut your mouth.
This is you. You did this.
They're going to win. They're going to win.
We're gonna win.
They're gonna win. Here, you want to break the tie there, Vincent?
I think Jimmy G will do just fine. I also think Trevor Lawrence will do just fine. It's going to be a toss-up for me. I think they're going to be within 1 or 2 points. So just look at the matchups, see who's more healthy, see what the game script is going to be. If the Niners are going to kill the Carolina Panthers, Jimmy G's not going to be passing the ball very often. But if Trevor Lawrence and the Colts are going to have another duke it out game, I think Trevor Lawrence will be the guy to start.
Yeah.
Let me take this one. Devin Bush says, hopefully Green Bay goes after Odell or maybe DJ Moore. But I do love me some Dobbs. I love me some Dobbs too, man. The thing with this, I've been very conflicted. And I'll give you the spoiler alert. Packers won't do anything. It's what we do every year. We talk about all this, like, oh, we're interested in every single player, but we never get the player.
They become one with the ocean.
Yes, that's what Aaron Rodgers does. But going after Odell or DJ Moore, the thing is, when you bring them in, yes, do they make our wide receiver core better? Yes, they do. But the thing is, these players probably are not going to stay in Green Bay long, and all it does is stunt the growth of Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. And me personally, I'm thinking long term. I think Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson could be potentially one of the best wide receiver duos in this league in 3 or 4 years. And bringing in Odell or DJ Moore is just going to stunt that growth for them. So right now, I think we could win with the team we have. We just need to figure things out.
Very nicely said. Tyler Sperry. You got me, dude. You got me. Oh. Would you start the Patriots over the Bengals when Michael Thomas is out, Landry is out, and Watson? So last week we saw Chris Olave and Michael Thomas out in the game, and you saw them just absolutely rack up some points, right? Patriots last week, they stopped the highest scoring offense. Dropped it to 0 points.
Yep.
I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to have the Patriots here. I would rather start the Patriots over the Bengals just because I could definitely see the Saints doing everything in their power to find the end zone, to be racking up those yards. That's just how it is. I like the Bengals more, but the Patriots, they got that dog in them.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing about the Bengals. This is why you don't start the Bengals. Every time Michael Thomas is out, Kamara is a beast. And the Bengals are not going to be able to stop that. They don't have the linebackers to do that. They don't have the defensive line to do that right now. So Kamara is going to be going all over the place. And Olave is set to play. I know he's been pretty much questionable the entire week and last week as well. But he is expected to play as what they said so far in fantasy. So Olave is going to have something to do with it as well.
Nice. The only thing I am scared about BROB is bring your own beer. Is coaches after the game said they wanted to involve more Gibson. That is their mistake. They didn't involve him much that game. Well, you know what? The coaches are full of it, man. These guys, he comes out. Ron Rivera, I used to have a lot of respect for him. He comes out and he's like, "What's the biggest problem with your team?" It's quarterback. Right? And then this next deal, they're like, "You guys need to stop banging on my quarterback. He doesn't deserve. We did it because of you, sir." I think they're all over the place. Dan Snyder, the owner, is out here threatening Roger Goodell, threatening other owners like he's untouchable. It's a messy organization. Let's just trust what's happening on the field. I would take it with a grain of salt, whatever they say in the press conference. Grain of salt. It is a very messy situation out there. And once again, we're going to get another pew pew by Joe Villa. Appreciate you, brother. Lincoln was here, says, so it could be a lot of touch sharing with him and Gibson. And if he doesn't get a TD, yeah, I know. And that's why I said it's a 3-back committee over there in Washington. But I would like to take that chance. Based off this one game, if you have room on your bench, I would definitely take that chance. It is a low risk, high reward. If Brian Robinson is the guy taking the majority of the snaps, it's going to be great. You're going to be right. You're going to be good flex there in that position. But if it's not, then you know what? Oh, well, you got him off the waivers. That's what you did. That's what everyone did. You got him off the waivers. But yeah, low risk, high reward. It is a little scary. I'll take what they got with a grain of salt. If I were you, I'll test the waters again with him on the bench to see how it goes next week. Adam says, thanks for the info, guys. Got to run, but I subbed and like. Best of luck. Hey, thank you so much. Hopefully, everyone in this chat has hit that subscribe button and hit that like button because we are trying to go. We are a very small community. We started off this morning with 219 subscribers. I don't know where we're at right this instant. 228. That is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, in the next 2 days, we will be announcing how to enter this giveaway. We do have an autographed mini helmet by someone help me
Darius
remember the name.
Leonard.
Darius Leonard. Keep forgetting the name, but Darius Leonard, the current linebacker for the Indianapolis Colts, future Hall of Famer, I believe. I think he's very good. He's a great back.
He's a dynamic linebacker. Yes, he could potentially make the Hall of Fame.
Coleman might get those revenge game touches. Hey, you know what? I don't think it'll be up to Coleman. I think every time Kyle Shanahan plays against the Falcons, he plays with a grudge. So whenever Kyle Shanahan plays against the Falcons, he's throwing everything and his mother at them because they did him so wrong when they let him go. But yeah, not just Coleman, but you got to remember Shanahan's out there too. So everyone's going to be getting that end zone. Everyone. No mercy rule. PJ Monroe says, thank you guys. Hey, thank you so much for being here. Like I said, if you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. Helps out tremendously. Ian Phillips says, need help with my flex. Should I start Pickens, Gallup, MVS, Deion Jackson, or Taysom Hill?
First one off the board, do not start MVS against the Bills defense. There's going to be some plays made, but I don't think it's going to be MVS too much.
Okay.
Who else?
I'm going to cut it down.
Taysom Hill won't do that again.
It's between Pickens and Deion Jackson.
Okay.
Right? Pickens, I like a lot. I told everyone to pick him up like 3 weeks ago. I said he's available out there. He is shining, especially with a quarterback transition. He's now fighting for the most targets in that offense. And he's getting there, right? Between him, Johnson, or Freemuth, but Freemuth is hurt. I like Pickens here because I think he's the most for sure pick. If you want the biggest splash that you can get, it would be Deion, but I still don't trust Deion taking the entire workload whenever Philip Lindsay is there, and he did get some action week prior. So if you want to play it safe, I have Pickens. If you want to hit the home run or bust, it's Deion Jackson.
Yeah, man.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna say it's between Pickens, Gallup, and Deion Jackson. I think we're forgetting right now that CD Lamb, if he does play, he's going to be locked up by Darius Slay. So he's not going to be getting any touches. Gallup has been healthy the past 3 weeks, and his production has been going up every single week. I think the first week he had 2 catches, second week 4 catches. This week might be 6 to 7 just because nobody else can get open. So in my opinion, I think Gallup might be a possible starter there, but it is the riskier move. I think Pickens and Deion Jackson are the better guys for sure. But keep an eye on Gallup.
Yeah, he will be on the rise. Devin Bush says, just did a trade today. Feel like I have a good squad. Now traded Debo, Everett, Boyd, and Gordon for Dalvin Cook, Lamb, and I have Cup. Water. Hey, congratulations, my man. Congratulations. One hell of a trade. Great dub for you. Let's get an applause over here for Devin Bush. Appreciate you being here on the live chat.
Well, don't just you skip one of the comments.
I know I'm a Packers fan, 100%. Thought they were getting.
You will not disrespect our Packer fans. I know I'm a Packer fan, and I 100% thought we were getting J.J. Watt last year, and we didn't do that. This is what I do, all right? Just don't get your hopes up. It's hard, man. Don't get your hopes up, so you'll never be disappointed.
This guy's a Packers fan too, Reed. You want to disrespect him like that?
I'm not gonna disrespect him, but we're not gonna skip a comment. All right, you would never do that for a Niners fan. Stop being biased.
Niners fan is a VIP to the VIP.
This is a triple VIP right here. Thank you, Marco Tusi. I think I said that right. I'm 1-4. What should I do? Hey, we're the guys that get you out of 1-4. All right, we're gonna take you 2-4 this week. My team is Russ, Goff, Mitson, Hall, Pierce, Kamara, Pittman, Bateman, Dotson, Corey Davis. A-Rob, Conklin, Knotts, 12-man team, PPR redraft, 2 flex, 1 quarterback. Okay.
Ooh, I like that. 2 flex.
All right. What should he do here, guys?
Hall for sure. Undoubtedly starter. I don't think I would go Pierce this week. I don't think so. Not with the matchup he has. I don't think he's going to replicate what he did last week. So I would probably say Kamara. I think Hall and Kamara as your starting running backs. I think Pittman and most likely I think Corey Davis might have a decent week. But that's just me. I like Corey Davis. He's a consistent dude. He had one bad week in the past 3 weeks. But I think Dotson is out for this week. And I think that Bateman is out as well. So I don't think you have too much of a choice there. Conklin for sure over Knox. Knox is irrelevant in the Bills offense right now. The only thing is your flex. So I would probably either put Pierce. I don't know if I trust A-Rob. I don't think I can trust A-Rob all season. Allen Robinson is not it.
No, he's not.
No.
Here's the first thing you should do. 1, get our information, get our fantasy tips that we release every single week. I work super hard on them every Monday night, and I release a page just full of tips and exactly detailed on why I think you should do this or make this move. Who should you trade for? Start, sit. I do this every week, and I release it on Tuesday. So if you want that, join our Discord. It's in the chat or right here below. DM me or email us at nspfootballtalk@gmail.com. 2, I like everything Vincent said, right? You got Mixon, Hall, Pierce, Kamara, Pittman. I do think in your other flex, I think you should have Pierce. Now, it's going to be entirely up to him. He will get the targets. It just depends what he does with those targets. He will have an opportunity to score a lot of points for you, but will he make those targets into receptions? And what will he do whenever the ball is in his hands? He has the most potential to score you points, and that's why I have Pierce there. But thank you so much for joining us live. Eli Sharpie says Jeff Wilson or Dobbins this week. I do have very high hopes for Dobbins. I do feel like he will do very well, but last week was just kind of weird. I just wanted to find his place and, let him earn his wings, right? Jeff Wilson's the safer bet. And really, this week will probably be the last big dynamic week that he will have as a starter for the 49ers. So definitely start Jeff Wilson.
For sure.
Pew, pew. Ray Gamer, appreciate you being here. Says Dobbins versus Giants and Rondell Moore versus Seahawks in standard. Looks like Higgins might be out, and Knox versus Chiefs or Hayden Hurst versus Saints. Standard league.
I would choose Dobbins. Rondell Moore has not been a factor in their passing game lately. He does get a few receptions here and there, but not for a lot of yards like he was last year. Even though the Seahawks are going to struggle against the run and pass, I just don't believe in Rondell Moore enough to have him overshadow J.K. Dobbins.
Completely agree there. Thank you all, everyone who's in the live stream right now. We're not ending just yet. Like I said before, we will get to everyone's comment. Okay, so just be patient. We will not skip anyone out there. So if you have a comment, leave it down below and we will get there. And thank you all so much for joining us live. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We are a small channel trying to grow. We are still a very young channel, in my opinion. And, we'll love to have you guys in our family. Love it. Trey S says, one more for you, gents. Oh, thank you. He's talking to us, Vincent. We're gents. Full PPR, start 2. At least one has to be a wide receiver. Olave, Devontae Smith, Kareem Hunt, Etienne, or A.J. Dillon. I'm going to let Reed get a splash in here because A.J. Dillon is involved.
I'm going to say, okay, one has to be a wide receiver. I'm going to go Olave if he's healthy. If he isn't healthy, make sure you pay attention to injury updates. I'll try to Sunday morning to tweet out injury updates like Olave. But I would go Olave if he's healthy, and then
I think I'm going Kareem Hunt.
I think I'm going Kareem Hunt too.
It's full PPR. It's full PPR, so Kareem Hunt, he does like to get a target share. So whenever he does get that ball, that's a point right there. If I'm not feeling confident in Kareem Hunt, it will definitely be Etienne. I just hate the way they use their running backs with Chris Olave for damn sure. If they're having that many wide receivers out, I don't think he's going to miss that game. So Kareem Hunt has been doing decently well.
Yeah.
Decently well. Yeah. So I'll go Kareem Hunt. Hunt, Chris Olave.
The only reason I'm not picking Devontae Smith because I do like him right now with Jalen Hurts. He's going to help him get towards his MVP season, hopefully. But Devontae Smith right now, he has not played a defense that is good. And right now, Devontae Smith will be matching up against Trayvon Diggs. And I think Trayvon Diggs is leading the NFL with passes batted down. I think he has 9 so far this season, and he has 3 interceptions to add along with that. So it's going to be very risky. Jalen Hurts might have his worst game of the season this game, but it's going to be a good one. So Devontae Smith is a risk this week.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, good problems to have. Good problems to have. Thank you, Treyas, for joining us live. Appreciate you. Ask us as many questions as you like. We are here for you. Okay. Michael Alexander says Alec Pierce versus Jags, Miles Sanders versus Cowboys, or Dubs versus Jets. For my flex spot, full PPR. I'm also playing Cowboys as my defense. Ooh, that's a risky move, my guy. Because the Eagles fly Eagles fly. I'm not an Eagles fan whatsoever, by the way. But they are a very dynamic offense. They do like to find the end zone. I do think it will be a great game. I don't know if it will be a good game defensively, fantasy wise for the Cowboys. But here's my deal. I like Alec Pierce because he gets the targets. Now, what he does with those targets, it just depends on him. Will he convert those targets into receptions? Entirely up to him. He has the potential to score a lot of points. In the past, he's iffy, right? But he gets the opportunity week in, week out. Miles Sanders, I do feel like he will be heavily involved against the Cowboys. This is a huge game. It's Sunday Night Football, for crying out loud. I could definitely see him scoring a touchdown. Or Dubs versus Jets. The Jets, Sauce Gardner has been locked down. Now, I don't know who's going to be going up against, whether it be Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard. I don't think it's going to be Dobbs. But I like Miles Sanders here just because of how hot the Eagles are going and the divisional game. I like Miles Sanders in your flex spot. What do you guys think here? Cool?
I think that's good. Dobbs going to get targets, but it's just I don't know what he's going to do with them. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think Miles Sanders has the most upside to get yards as well as touchdowns. Alec Pierce, I don't think he's had a touchdown yet. And Dobbs, I think he's only had 1.
Pew, pew. Hey, Joe Villa says subscribe. Thank you so much. We did have Reed put our Discord link in the comments below, so we will be releasing some more fantasy stuff on there as far as tips or just updates. So if you guys are interested, hit that Discord. It is my old gaming Discord, so I will be transitioning it probably tomorrow into an NSP Discord. So stay patient. Right now, my name is A49erJ. So if you have any questions, go to DM us. I think it's Read the Speed 69 and Vince the Prince down here. But yeah, let's keep on going with these questions. This is Dr. Nobody. Oh, man, Dr. Nobody. You're Dr. Somebody to us. Hope you know that. Cooper, Gallup, Etienne, or Dylan in a flex. I don't think it should be Dylan. Cooper has been
I think Amari is the guy here, man.
It's surprisingly been active for the Browns. What's up with that? But yeah, definitely Cooper in your flex. I just think he's your best chance of scoring a lot of points. Him and Etienne have the opportunity. I think Gallup could also potentially be there as well. But him and Etienne are my favorite, or the eye candy for me there. But definitely Cooper, just because he's just been looking pretty solid. Appreciate you being here. Please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps out so much. Brar says, is there a possibility where against the Falcons, Kittle goes off? Yes, there is.
It could be, yeah.
In the past, when the Niners play against the Falcons, Shanahan, in the Shanahan system, they do heavily use the tight end position. Now, George Kittle was that main guy. So far this season, we've been sharing the ball with George Kittle, Dwelly, and Dawson. Dawson. Sorry, it's been 2 hours since we're going live, right? Now, last week or the week prior to that, Dwelly received 4 targets before Kittle even saw 1. Okay, so there's a chance where Kittle goes off where, if you find him in the end zone, he could score 10 points for you, right? And that's what I mean by going off. There's a chance, but will I bet on that? Will I have money on there? No, but I know you're a Niners fan, so keep an eye on him because I could definitely see him in the end zone. Huge possibility. I think he'll be more involved in the blocking scheme. Also, what should I do with Dalton Schultz? I think you should be patient.
Yep.
I think you should be patient. You have Dak Prescott coming back. Dalton Schultz is very dynamic. You saw it last year. I have him very high. He has been dealing with a few injuries, But once they get back in the groove, I'm talking another 2 weeks from now, he'll be very beneficial for your team.
Yeah, man, he was a top tight end last year for a reason when Dak was healthy, so he should be making a resurgence soon.
Oh yeah. Joe says, great info, fellas. Hey, that's what we do. Okay. We pride ourselves on the information that we give out, on the advice that we help each other out with. Because if you guys do bad, I mean, that's a reflection on us. We want you guys to succeed. We told many people before, let us know how you did. Let us know if you got this trade. Let us know if you beat this guy week 6, week 5, week 4. We want to know because we are interested. We want to see everyone here succeed. We saw people last year get to the championship game with our help. We want to continue to do so. And last year we're a much, much smaller channel, under 100. I know it's not much of a difference here, but with you guys, we know we could get there. He says, I don't really got a choice other than that. Start Kittle. I can drop anyone to pick up another tight end. Can't go and trade Kittle for next week. Trade Kittle for next week. Bite the bullet here. Like I said, there's a possibility.
Always a possibility with Kittle.
Yeah.
That's the way fantasy works, man. Someone could have the game of their life when you drop them right that week. So don't do it yet. But I think a trade will be something good for you because he won't be a consistent guy.
I'm going to be completely honest here. So I'm going to say sorry in advance. Brar, I want you to just quit, okay? Just stop what you're doing. You have a great team. Don't even pay attention to fantasy. You have a great team. I want you tomorrow to sit down, watch the Niners game, and enjoy it, okay? Just relax. Relax. I hate that you have these problems, but you know what? I'm glad you're here on our live stream. We love you, Brar. Appreciate you. Man. I think this is the 3rd week in a row that he's joined us.
Yeah, man. He just loves fantasy so much. He's like us, we're so invested in it that every decision is something hard.
Says he ain't quitting. You got to rob these kids for $20 each.
These guys are a menace.
These kids, right? Dr. Nobody says, are y'all optimistic on Jonathan Taylor? I'm probably the most optimistic about him just because he will be the bell cow of that offense once again. They don't have a lot going for them. They do have Michael Pittman, who he's been struggling. They do have Alec Pierce, who's just been struggling just as much. But once Jonathan Taylor is healthy, he's going to be the bell cow, not just for rush attempts, but also the targets. They do target him every now and then. Fantasy-wise, he's not going to be your elite running back okay? He's going to be a mid to low tier running back 2, but definitely have a spot there in your starting lineup from week to week basis. As bad as that offense is, he's going to be getting some production there.
Yeah, he will always get production as long as he's healthy. I just don't think we're going to see the Jonathan Taylor that we saw last year this year. I think I just don't see it, especially with other parts of that offense not running as they should. I think that's just hurting him more and more. Everybody knows when Jonathan Taylor's in the backfield, he's going to get the ball. And I think that's really, really hurting him.
Yeah, man. I think last year, Jonathan Taylor's ceiling was like 35, 40 points. And now this year, it's looking more like 20.
Yeah.
It's like 20 is his ceiling.
Joe says, Ross the Boss Tuweli. My nickname for him was Duct Tape Tuweli, just because you could put him anywhere. He's a patch it up guy, right? Good. I like that. This guy has the names, right? Curse Day Fantasy. It says Failure Taylor, LOL, but he only had one 100-yard game in the first 5 games, 2021. Slow start, or maybe line is that bad. I think it's a slow start, and also deal with injuries, man. Injuries has been, busting his butt this season. He's only played 5 games. I don't think it's right to completely judge his entire rest of the season based on these 5 games that has included an injury. But so far, it is pretty bad, especially with how many people drafted Jonathan Taylor first overall for fantasy football. That is pretty scary. Yeah, I did that as well in one of my leagues. Actually, I did this in our NSP fantasy league. So if you guys don't know, this is the first year that we did a fantasy football league for NSP. So if you guys are interested next year, for sure, let us know. We could reserve some spots here for you guys right now, even to have you guys involved in our Not So Pro Fantasy Football League. It's just just for fun. You guys get to win little prizes here and there. This was like the tested year since it's our first time. We got little trophies. I mean, this little stuff, right? But it has our name, has our logo on it. It should be a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested, go ahead and let us know, or we'll announce it again next year.
Yeah, man. And even if we have enough people, we can possibly do 2 leagues. So maybe we'll all 3 be in both leagues, just so every fan gets to play up against us and know that we actually know our stuff on here. We do translate it into fantasy games and stuff like that. So we'll try our best to get as many leagues as we can, but of course we need y'all to join, and we would love for y'all to join.
You better rack up the money this year, man. It's next year.
Better.
It's revenge, man. We getting you. We getting you, all right? But you know what? Honestly, it's a disadvantage for us because we release all of our secrets and who we're going to pick up and all of our fantasy notes right before the waiver wire. So you guys know exactly what we are thinking and what we want to do. So you guys could definitely take advantage of that. We're definitely feeling it this season. We're feeling it. Should I try to trade away Njoku for a better tight end? I have Gallup as my flex, but he insane potential, especially when Dak is back. He does have insane potential. I see him getting very similar stats to Chris Godwin. So even maybe a little bit better, right? Because Chris Godwin's the second string, but he's consistently getting good fantasy points, and I think that could be Michael Gallup. Now, giving away Njoku depends if that is your tight end 1. I'm sorry if you said it out before. I can't quite remember at this moment, but Njoku is a great tight end. But if he is your tight end 1, I would kind of hesitate because now tight ends are starting to get more and more scarce, especially consistent tight ends. And Njoku is finally living up to his contract potential, and they're trying to get him more involved in that offense. And we might see a change in that. We might see him even more involved whenever, yes, I know, you guys probably forgot Deshaun Watson's coming back. So what do you think, Vince? I see the gears turning in the head right there.
I'm trying to see which tight end would best fit that is better than Njoku, because right now Njoku's doing great. But this is like the first year since his second year in the NFL that he's actually making good production. Because if you guys remember, like a long time ago, like in 2019, he was one of the top tight ends. But after that, he fell off for the past 2 years. So now he's making a resurgence. But I'm trying to think. I know AJ is high on Goddard. I'm not so much, but he is very consistent. I will say that. I just think someone that's going to be very, very consistent would probably be only those top 3 tight ends, which is Mark Andrews, Kelsey, as well as maybe even Darren Waller. But I would say probably stay with Njoku as long as you can and see if anybody else comes up in the rankings.
I can't with this guy, dude.
He's so funny.
Dude,
Phone died. I'm back. Pew pew. Oh man. You know, this is one guy that I watch, right? Because I like to watch other content creators too. I like to get advice. I like to learn. I like to improve, as always. I mean, once we get to a certain point, which I do believe we will. I don't know how soon it will be, but later on in the future, I'll love to highlight a live viewer, right? A live chatter, and like give away like a hat or sticker or a bracelet or something. That'd be awesome. And if we had that right now, Joe Villa would definitely be that guy. Oh, he's been on one today. But I love it, man. I love all the comments we're getting today. We had a lot of great conversations, a lot of great questions. Honestly, a lot of great questions, a lot of it involving Dion. I'm surprised I didn't see any Philip Lindsay. That was kind of shocking to me, you know. A lot of people are counting him out just because they don't have him on the depth chart. And yes, I did check. They don't have him registered in the depth chart, but he will be taking a snap count against Dion. But, you know, very cool. Very cool, you guys. I like to see where people's thought processes are. You guys have anything else to add?
I just want to go back to this comment real fast. Try to go for Higbee. I think Higbee, it will be consistent all season just because Matthew Stafford likes him. So try to go after him. If not, I really don't think you should trade for anybody else, in my opinion. As of right now, it's only week 6, so hold on to your cowboy hats, my friend, because tight ends will be making changes as of week 8 and week 9, in my opinion.
Big changes are coming. But yeah, it looks like we finally died down in questions. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and release it now. We got another one. Here we go. Dr. Nobody says, besides Waller injury, only 5 targets in the previous 2 games he played. Do you expect his ceiling to lower since Jacobs is eating and they have Devontae when he gets back? Now, I have Darren Waller, right? I got Darren Waller the first 2 weeks. It looks like, okay, good. I made a good pick. I got him as a 3rd tight end overall. Does not seem like that's the case. Does not seem like that's the case. It looks like the confidence level for the Raiders as a whole is decreasing. It looked like they are feeding Josh Jacobs. They found that chemistry with him. They found the rhythm, and they like what they see. Going forward, I don't know if you'll be able to sell high on that guy, but I do feel like you can sell him. For me, and if you know me for fantasy football, I could care less about explosiveness. I like consistency. And Darren Waller is not producing any consistency for me this season. So you best believe I'm going to be trying to trade him to get someone like a Tyler Conklin, like a David Njoku that provides consistent points. You could go out there in the waiver wire right now, go get Hayden Hurst. We talked about him Tuesday. Go get Hayden Hurst. He'll provide you more consistency than Darren Waller. Guarantee you that, especially with a banged up T. Higgins. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
Yep.
Ooh. All right, so now it looks like the questions are dwindling down. If you guys have any more questions, put them in now. We are going to be doing our sign-off, so we will be ending this live stream. We went on for over 2 hours, which is amazing. We had questions all throughout the show, so it was freaking awesome. It says, yeah, I picked up Hurst since Raiders on a bye. Freaking awesome, man. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. Hey, thank you for being here. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. Not sure if you did already, but Dr. Nobody, appreciate you being here. Hopefully we can see you again. We do live shows every Monday to talk about football. You can ask us fantasy questions there. We do live fantasy football questions Tuesday, 6 o'clock. We release Reed releases Packer videos Wednesday. We do schedule prediction Thursday, Niner Talk Fridays, and then we're trying out this new fantasy football talk Saturdays to see if you guys like it. It's extremely challenging for us with our busy schedules, but we will make it happen if this is what you guys like. Waller was inconsistent last year and again this year. Yeah, don't like inconsistencies. I should have saw that coming. That was a fault on mine, but don't like it. Don't like it whatsoever. Can't run with it. I forgot what Watson is coming back. Yeah, I might hold on to Njoku for a while. Yeah, he's coming back for the Texans game. Big old ticket seller. So watch out for that. So thank you guys, Pew Pew. And I think we'll end off the stream like that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Find us on TikTok. Find us on Twitter. Find us everywhere. I can't.
We got to.
I love these guys. John Palmer, appreciate you being here. We're going to answer every question. I don't care if we're signing off already. I have Kyle Pitts and Hurst. Trust Pitts dude, Pitts is going against the 49ers defense, the best defense in the league. Are you kidding me?
Bench Pitts.
No, guys, I think John just put this question just to insult me here.
Whoa.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. Don't defend John Palmer right now. He wanted to get under my skin.
It was an honest question. You were okay, sir, but definitely bench Pitts. Start Hurts.
Do not trust that guy, Hurst. He has had some good games lately, so he's a guy on the rise, especially as AJ said earlier in the video. Higgins is out, so Hurst will be making up for those receptions.
Joe Villa, please pew this guy out of the chat. Pew him in the chat. No, but appreciate you being here. Feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. We go live all the time. We answer every single question because every single one of our live comments are VIP comments, except for the Niners. Those are VIP comments. Also, love the stream, you guys. You guys are awesome. Just hit the subscribe button. Hey, thank you, Devin Bush. We appreciate you being here. It helps out tremendously. Yeah, we said it. Yeah. John Palmer, thanks. No problem. We go through every single question. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I love you guys so much. This is awesome. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys had fun. We had guys sticking with us for over an hour, and that's an hour of your time. Extremely appreciative of you guys taking the time out of your day to hang out with us goofballs out here, just giving out some information. Let us know how you did. All right. Good luck tomorrow. May the force be with you. May the odds forever be in your favor.
Hey, AJ, you gotta say
prosper.
You gotta say hold door.
Hold the door. Hold the door. Yes, we try to have fun here. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a community. So find us in these links here. Okay, we also have a Discord, which I will be adding a league after I do all that kind of stuff. But we just try to have fun. Thank you all so very much. Love every single one of you guys. Hit us up with questions. If you guys like this, let us know. I might even do something crazy with these guys, without these guys, if they want to do it. We might have last minute fantasy talk Sunday mornings before the game. I probably won't do it tomorrow, but if you guys like this that much, I'll definitely do it. Pew pew bang bang Niner gang, and until next time, you guys keep on grinding.